Your favorite music for you.
This style is hot. Stay tuned.
The best radio.
News on your number one station.
Weekend. Let the good vibes take over. Only on your favorite station.
With your favorite station. Digital and on your smartphone. Radio is hot. The music is hot.
Baba. Sitihu Konyama.
Kremu kakra. Ube kitemu kakra. Say yes to Tiasi. And they had no water. You had no water. You had no water. You had no water.
Oh, and you might have been small on Kwana Sra. I have been small on Kwana. I found home. I found home. And the way I am with you, Mr. General Uncle. I can't hear mommy. I got that. Tell you also on my stand you acquire and media for us and mammy so on some phone out the media and support and mammy so. Mr. Kanya Mammy and Sam was so forward and uncle. Fast up the focus here. I come, Mr. Uncle, Uncle Yastan, won't it? Uncle Yastan, Uncle Yastan. Wouldn't bet here? No watch any quote. Wouldn't it see up a good chance of a somber star? Munsen, Wina Muditi.
Hey, Yasamu. Hey. Oh, my messy pa. Oh. Accra, Ghana. Memoir Kwaba. John Kwaba Paunsima Enum. Ekobo Nsiakra. Peace 1043 FM Sunu Asiogoe. August need to toss you enum. Ghana for now omo fi nkran no amko UK no medu ana. Omedu. Ano mundu ye. My idea. Onti Ghana for bi omo atwika saa. Omo man fa play o. Omo tete car mu no ma drive saa fi nkran hanum say. Blaster Square no amusha sesa chika no de Holland na brochimemo. One fast away be account. Oma fi Africa ni na desert no so sa. Continent ba kwa kopie continent ba ko so. Oma ya there. My idea. Memoir Kwaba biemo na se mo ho ya de yes ye ho ye awrade adaroma enkwane ahodin wo ho na ewie before ye be hye enkomo na ase ne pese me correct ade bi wo ha se nyuntuni ba ko e friend stage mi hu story no na me kinkan story na am see there bi story there se ne sitie no na se ne kwa akwesi aye ne de se me dodo mu ye na ensem na wo ka no assembly nyina no say Gamro, that is Ghana Music Rights Organization. You trying to take Gamro. Anyom tofo womo intellectual property sa Gamro no. Womo no womo gigi at the moment you are signing work. Oyanyum tuni you are signing work at the moment. Na womo gigi a na womo chesika no a na womama obi. Enti nyum tuni stage making kind story na assembly chere say wasi wono busumi bia sika onye fi Gamro ho 20,000 Ghana cedis. And I'm say akwa we jan bibi je no. O yale ana den 20,000 Ghana cedis wo CJ. Ni se na mo no kan mum no. Yes, me sure say as onyumtuni wo twi amanfo adwen aba Gamro titiru enen namafo no ma ba na anyumtufo na wo mo nyinni na wo se ayi Gamro no omu hu mfaso bia wo so no ono ye em se stage onim mfaso wo so nti ono no na asem nyina ne se ayi Gamro no hu hia se wo nyutuni a wo de works wo be assign no works dia mom but stage asem akan no de se 20,000 Ghana cedis busumi bia o si onya 20,000 Ghana cedis fi Gamro ho Gamro man 20,000 Ghana cedis Timmy me kan story na am si o Debbie me die ma na minya audio na ka ho no woni DJ Willie say Onua FM no mu di san komo na yenti asem na me mra na etefo me kan bibi kakran fa asem a anyumtuni kan stage
over and over politicians are using call for nyuma ya money pa no onye man hwe
so when Gamro are register I think they can
did Gamro pay you?
Yeah.
Did they pay you? Good. They pay you very well?
Yeah.
Did you get what you deserve from your works?
Pay me very good. You are registered with Gamro.
The Busumi be a hina Gamro mom. Yeah.
Men can that one. Not less than
20,000?
Yeah.
A month?
Debbie,
because Charlie,
no, I'm telling
you come here and be talk because when you say people are faced. There's a lot of troubles going on when it comes to music.
No, you have to know.
I say most of them are not happy.
No, you have to know where you channel yourself to. There will be a registration. When you go there and you register with them, I think they're gonna take all your royalties and everything for you everywhere. Momo akwenya na ombeyama.
The Busumi be a muma oni asesa we di ma. In person veteran and actually what I say Charlie Willie. Yeah, me kind na hello.
No. Me tell me Bianca just said that.
Because we have artists coming in here, we interview they say, hey, I'm not getting what I'm supposed to get from the from my sweat. I did my brain when I
was at on your Mokokasa. Show you what you have to do.
You have to go there when you're already registered. You still have
Peace FM. Okay, all right. So DJ Willie, and on introduce Sankomo way on FM. So every Metis asked me, Obroni can't be a friend misinformation in the account. As I said, Utum Futregu, Amanfu any so. So great. I transfer studio and say Tile any part transfer. But Socrates is a right owner, particularly about audiovisual and ASOG. I don't know too much. So we're a member of what's I know work to Gamro?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as someone okay, Eto saying.
Well, say it was a wrong question. It was a wrong answer to a wrong question.
Chemu.
Question na wrong.
Okay.
Say every month unyahe. Gamro and Chicheska every month.
No correct.
Inti na say ono so no
she said new bisa asem chonlo. Esha.
Chonlo ebeni.
Esha.
Enye. Cuz un kra na chia kakra.
Sabe kani abenye biaka. Watan.
Oh. Indeed, that was a wrong question. If he got carried away, and no man that answer no. It may be a year.
Respondent no.
Yeah.
No in seminar no. So quality presenter and say what's him now bisanya sanity.
Yeah.
Because Gamro HSK twice in a year. Afi BM so much can be. That means Niamako year.
Yeah, Niamako year.
They share twice in a
year. And sometimes once, and also sometimes no. Levy any royalties no omo kaboom ebi so o ha ye che levy ni wie later no ne abeche manfo bebresu nim difference no between levy
and royalties
inti
ideally say American say se niama ko ye dia bibia keke si eni a afi bia no mcheska mienu 2 times
is it a Manchester United oh okay inti no sanity
inti enya no credit
there be say every month say omuche
no kind no nya no correct
there
say busumi bi onya 20,000 Ghana cedis
entimi nya no correct minim ni onya mo but bi ono so ni onya for the whole year no any
okay kabo mu and
just every month no yeah
but that information because
information yen cheska no every month
busumi yen cheska
into the question no you be say a question is
as to say 20,000 bia wo mu chesika onya 20,000 Ghana cedis no mentimi nyi ho achinye menka se bia no okwa na no correct but ni person tie phone because one we are now once the information is out there like I said we can't start and say there be o gamra minimu ni aminim ni say homu cheska se nyama ko yia homu cheska twice in a year so say nyum tuni bi kasa bosumi bia wo je 20,000 Ghana cedis a na mu ahwere ono ye special right owner na den
kwesi asem no afedi me ntwemu bebre ni ametimi aka na maka no say the question was wrong and bia the wrong question no ekotwen the wrong answer
okay
nti bia afi bia wunya sen a and nko betimi aka so onya 20,000 a and nka meti na se but once the question is wrong the answer na or the maye no so no
e
be wrong
okay
eno pa ni metimi aka otwimi ko be bia duma
say can also to take opportunity because okay say una me busa awasem ya obeka chem say kwesi mpacho Gamro yen Jessica bosomi
ni oni mi atwen ho kakra
whether you're trying a strike, because if I have information, say, me no betting when I know that ABI you check, but if I don't have information, I don't know that one. There's no point in I mean stretching.
So the presenter is ignorant about the Gamro activities. Go you will not ask that question about a month. Because Gamro check sike month. Sanu be bisa question bin so no. Kwesi so your checks. And so no wait me bisa the right question. Thank you.
Well, as I say, my can't baby pen, but a man for Jim no see bonnie. As you sometimes we also need to read a bit. I mean, I present even the critics now. I am poetry radio soon in terms of.
Because I know the me kai say me shall see about program is we me know ekun bibi hu kakra bi no so ma me view bi na un say na no. Nearby, now it's just like we are coming for Equisianes Becker WAEC exams. You name topic I be discuss it. In two better and the topics not to him. And I confronted him and said, no, once you decide to do this, no, every week no so timi kan near koso around and no informal metiase if it's all about wouldn't question a question beto board see discuss it now as a host nso no ube bisa question bia
but then also kind of say you are not entirely correct on that.
Oh, okay.
Because yes, no crese eto de bia nsem ni bia efumu
no me can enye no and then they say ya my
but enye ne kra enye sanity enye sanity those days crowd were days and now we even prepare topics more na you di hun komo
sir
of course I mean
oh I see me dey nim say the beto ansi ane ye dey eyine Eugene the paper na beto tu
those days you have to know say na enye to say bia na WhatsApp we can create a platform we put issues on in the account here
but now can as a host o crampo there it was so kind more because we know baby sound in seminar and it cut across even from political shows to some of the shows now you're hosting in your man ubon's a host niti ho some of them are just like automated yes they just put out the question engineer pundits no and say guests no can be no mo de o kagu mama
hook line and sinker find some
was it
hook line and sinker find
some no can be no kagu mu sa pundits host no any information on kan ye nti inka wakanya you can also guide the conversation probe ask questions now I'm telling you omo ebrepa yo mo etie no because who tie program bi wo hu na who say pundits no ensem bi a okeka no the facts are different and you expect the host to even probe a little nipo host no so ti ho na o hwe na kwesi enye easy
say enye easy o say unima
wo a wutie no
wo a unim no so enye easy
wo a unim no
ensure wo twira wo a unim no kura wo blessing ni onim no
eye host no so unim say near oti station ne kan enye no kura no
so bre
I see.
Tilly, I don't know whether you saw this story.
I've seen the story. But who story? I realized that there's still a bit more of educational when it comes to gamroni or munuma omoye, especially for artists now omoye juma emo omono because clearly so how omocha musika then sikana about how are you sure say it's even enough and I say a do the sebia wasa won sakano because so nim say the entire year and I say the first half of the year sikana wenya how then do you know say sikana wenya no sebe I'm supposed to get this or that and you know I think that when it comes to gamro any as I keep saying, particular associations, institutions, that education for one players was our industry. Because here first, because when they have the education of what the association or the union can offer for them, no, it makes their work very easy. In a year, Emma Gamro so mrebebre because as some of our cocaine and you want and the radio so case in same Hunube pen in the idea. Only another artist, I know so only Mushi ever far and a Gamro me I get hits more less than this in a month no now quite a lot of misinformation pia komi wa na gamro cry this part no come kan ho e bi o madwuma no maye enti education in the sector whether movie whether for music whether for fashion whatever education has to go to the players very well no mu ho madwuma once they know it will take certain conversations off the tables.
Well, Arnold atansi mami musan bibi kakra interestingly sa story here say now some of the news portals said how them say one organization can say even though your job licenses meaning say license now because Attorney General I revoke CCA internet be omombe country you know I don't know if it's now defunct in terms of the office I have to do a bit of research on that one say as it stands now the administrator of Ghana Musical Rights Organization, which is in the person of Ibrahim Ajeti, whether it was necessary, and now I said by now could be crowded statement to be Babakaso or there be as some stage they have 2 days and yes, I know. Arnold, meaning so issues what?
I follow Kakra. Na if I show when are you good in math?
Hey,
and I when you
oh dear, but me too, yeah.
Me open me bisa.
Okay.
1 CD, is it less than 20,000 or it's more?
Oh, less than. So one. Oh, I mean
150 Ghana cedis. Is it less or more than?
Less cry.
If stage A can say in a month would be less than 20,000, it could be any amount
from 0 to wherever.
Or see on G less than.
Exactly. On G less than
20,000.
So it could be from 0 to.
No, it means that 20,000 and above. It means 20,000 and above. Just a man G cry nearly 20,000. Yeah.
Sergio Ramos.
Oh, Chaisa. I know. Come on, say.
Because I more than 20,000.
Yeah. A sick man G cry less than 20,000.
No, can't pay me buono, but
Sergio Ramos.
The attorney said, less than. Not less than dear senior. Now, last year February, na Rex Umabeka said in the history of Gamro, Shatawale woman 30,000.
Yeah.
Now 30,000 no, at the time no, the biggest money any artist. 30,000 spanning a lot of years. Intimate less. My most say never mean it says stage he's been away for quite a long time. Or can be a best packet conversation, and truly we've been discussing this. Like you said, it's our story where I trended in the last couple of days. So either say onim the oye to actually get us to speak about him, and in fact discussing otherwise it means any figure or mention there's a problem with it. Na only Safo Kasana na Safo the blame ni na ma presenter no. I agree.
Before I call her no.
Yes.
Who said near problem because you're crying fact say okay, yemfa figure no kwanto ncha no.
Yeah.
But enya no krese busumi bia Gamro Cheska.
Yes.
In fact, I don't think that there's any collective society Ghana management society or Ghana that is copy Ghana. I my book for ni Omoma card. Then ASOG audiovisual for you. I don't think there's no collective management society or Ghana or check skebia busumi.
And they say follow Gamro related activities, and I say collection societies no in pass in mention a month. And it's na be a me so me hazard a guess to say stage him the oil. Because clearly no obia or follow industry obia, and especially Gamro matters be him say one yenche sikano monthly. 2 me say last year and a Rex woman na Abraham Becca say in a long stretch no Shatawale no woman with 30,000 Ghana cedis. In that within that period no so no Kofi Donko Celestine Donko Nikunu and so the be two just no so nya say be 11,000 b or no so no in his estimation it was one of the biggest figures on any artist in Enya. And there's no way stage be catching and say first of all you're churning monthly and at 2 unya more than 20,000 debi na stage na nkasa no disrespect the repertoire no in the catalog no ya hen to be to me and make it a claim
Shashiwo
doubtful, but me I feel say unimpa what exactly what he was doing here a best practice conversation. Now let me switch to Safo assessment no. Mejitum say presenter no could have done the homework ye because when I will present when I will host into ideally you are supposed to know topic corner or discussing no. So I agree. But and also doesn't take away the fact that stage 2 he should have known better because a two-way street. Artists know and the business. Artists know one of the business we the core business we know relations know royalties collection society. And if boss my bet time with him na ye din komo na ubisa me question relating to me Juma. That means say Juma now as question ubisa me I check akra. What stops me from correcting you? It gives me the opportunity to even enlighten you any followers no and no more muti no say oh pacho when you monthly ye say so don't problem me ama two parties no say presenter no should have known say listen say me wading into this topic there I must be me say me nyasa expertise and experience no me be the relevant questions. However, don't take a blame now away from the artists no so because at the end of the day between the two of them no artists no it's all very knowledgeable in the so felt no with me educated presenter no so if the artist also to papa so no seriously no pan say bonichi more because it's your business Because and you see over the period I've always been saying say Ghanaian artists no meaning say make us say laziness and I say a lack of will because Bebrina Obekaya a couple of years ago R2B's making claims Bebre and they were actually tagging Musiga. Say Omo responsible for
Obo and Co.
Yes. Responsible for collection of royalties.
Yeah.
Which is out of place. Because clearly 80%, 70 to 80% of artists business no mumanga no. They have no knowledge, no education, no edification, nothing. And now some so for me, I think say you're blaming artists no more because it's your business. You cannot be doing HR or finance now we need expertise and understanding was knowledge was half man. Then what's the point? So artists no too should step up. So also we music business know the intricacies and the rudiments of the business. It is your business. It's a interview as an art presenter no edifaha. It's your responsibility and your mandate to actually turn and correct it and then educate you in area no. It's me mom there me the blame no member presenter no. Yes, but fan to be artist no so. And for me I think it's just for a stunt.
Well, that's it. Peace 1043 of Entertainment Review. Yanko anywhere.
This dial is hot. Stay tuned.
Best radio.
News on your number one station.
It's the weekend.
John Kwaba Pans made you know and so now your next issue I person here for and Sembia now chenu so pia ba beto dwa na yen komodie. Asem ni nyina ne say former ambassador, that's French ambassador to Ghana, ambassador for France. Yeah, my name is Sydney. Mamio Bruni, Sono, Rabat, Tian, Coco Bruni, Diana, yes, Omudin Fee France na, Obesi France for a name or Ghana has say. Mammy M. so be P. Ghana Hanum say, the nearby Beji or my Ghana, Hopa. And T. Obwa, and you to follow so. In fact, I'm say, I feel chimu. Oboye show bi a womo Ghana ze Accra to Paris wom de Ghana nyomtufo ye France abrochime mu mo ko perform wo honum sei ko kama ma ye didi hu nkomo a na otwi mami ni tweet bi a waye say 30th July so and am so yes a tweet o de beto abonten na sem nyina ne se ohwe se nia anyomtufo bi ti se Sarkodie Stone Boy Shatawale King Promise ni nuanu a womaka anyomtufoi ene kwan a womo fa so a womu di agro perform I saw mo ti Ghana nim papa na ye wo bibia fa ni diplomatic passport diplomatic passport womu a womu Ghana for ye yom se ebia womu edi djuma ewo amanoni amaye ana oman bi se ebia oman no se obi di dwumedie bi edema oman no na eyi no so onko di dwumedie ne tim fan se odwumeni oman no afa no te se bia adwumayefo ye hyede yom so ke omonko aman foforo so no omonko si anemu yeta emprem bebre ne yemo sa passport no womo ye foreign services wo ye amanoni ne ka ho ye mo sa ye passport ya womotimi di tu kwan na maami asem nyina ne se anyomtufuei womo ton Ghana papa womo bua Ghana magana edin no hita wo wiase amana nyina no hwe adwuma a womo ebo magana sene womo si ton Ghana sene womo si bua magana din etimi atre na amanfo kure hu se o man bi o ha friend Ghana na womo so kure no ntinu ebi anyomtuni na semo a wokan ye na womo timi gina so na womo timi ba se womo ban srahwe wo Ghana hanum sia na se anyomtufuei womo se efata se ye mom diplomatic passports abe nkomodie sa semu yi enye ne edikan ni o enye ne edikan ni se tiefo mbeka ya ebre bi atwam fact say somewhere last year bosomi April mu honum say na interview bi nyomtuni Sarkodie kokan sem bi about sa diplomatic passport kro ya se anyomtufuei edwuma womo bo nia womo ye a womo de Tigana nim ebeye pa dia oman no ese nketimi ebo omo makwantu omu tu kwan a sene omu si ebre hustle ne ne kaka ho nti ebeye na nka ese etimi mo omu sa diplomatic passport ibi ema eno so ebeye nkomodie ye di hu nkoma kama ebi echeche o madwen whether they deserve to even have that diplomatic passport. And I say, woman say, emphasis say, mom diplomatic passport. Na in some way, sa kodi kanye sabre ni chefo yentie na yamra niaka no yemfanto asomam so yentie yumtuni sa kodi bra this has me into just diplomatic passport and komo ya akro ya
accessible, easier for ambassadors to be able to have access to it, so we can move quick and just be able to spread or share light on our country. I think it's going to help. We had a conversation. She was even talking about the fact that we deserve to have diplomatic passports sometimes, because now you just want to move. Because I am on the move as an ambassador for Ghana, so I shouldn't have any hustle trying to like go spread my own country. So it's better I have an easy way to be able to move freely and be an ambassador and spread, the word about Ghana. So definitely that's been a hustle, but hopefully one day we'll get there, so it can be easier for artists from Africa, or accessible.
Okay, all right. So where Sakodi Nyumtini, that's a fear chemu busumi April mo. So my member studio mu say na mi musa tile ku ni power hanu say anoda sama be do hanum and yeah secret safo enya baako Dennis of Akwaba UK so atna say e kan ho ewie studio hanu say one so ye be gina adwenche but mi musa anod mi sha say few so musa say and Sophie former ambassador asemi a talk about diplomatic passport in the kind to say me tenase me te mamena say by virtue of the fact say you be a since oba Ghana as an ambassador and even after your exit no crown as an ambassador no the interest for your industry no high. You and I would attest to the fact say in fact minim any celebrated ambassador to say woman no na the association with the industry no yenina she actually did a lot for your industry no? Like you said in your initial submission no? To the point where Onwa organize Paris in Ghana and Okoye Ghana in Paris. I mean so be I want to be chairman because we want to check kakra say ambassador be ba Ghana except UK guy no John Benjamin. Yeah. But John Benjamin no although no or charisma or you outspoken now or your social media person, he was loud, extremely visible. But none the association with industry was not as Madame Sophie Diano. Madame Sophie association with the industry was telling. I mean, it was glaring, it was clear, and it also was impactful. And that was a difference. And she had all the attributes of John Benjamin plus more when it came to your industry, because a woman will call market or call market or call her or for me you to watch it or yes or yebi. She was also vocal on social media, but her association with industry, and a thing apart from all the other ambassadors. But do you know something interesting? And I realized a few others been some person who told the line kakra, but they are Fabisano. Just a fair and she I've realized I don't want to mention names, but so there's one gentleman here or try, but EU, my member, I mean the money free. EU ambassador, and what say I try and so and there's one other person, I think Australia also. And also no but to me do that level now and Madame Sophie Edu, and so I can understand maybe your feedback because of the relationship with artists anyhow I follow artists on the likes of Sako the Stone Boy any Omo Kenya or follow them into Nim the Oka. However, I remember set time issue way back on Sako the cancer same way discussing almost in a platform when you so but the qualification being here to actually own a diplomatic passport or a service passport. The artists didn't do and some Sako their fans could do movie item on social media as usual. Na and asamia sa kwa didn't wasamba.
The point is, in United Tum, say artists no omokwa. So omokwa outsider. Let's be clear on this. So omokwa outsider, they go on their personal scores. By default be and because of represent Ghana and be who's because you introduced Stonebwoy and then Shatawala and Nasasa there, definitely there will be that mention of Ghana. And see, by default, no muduwa, they need to project Ghana because in the conversation, in the write-up, in the BBR, in the PR material, back here, end version outside, no, the name Ghana will be mentioned. And I'm also individual, they try as much as possible to project Ghana. Yet, and that's a very good thing. But the qualification of owning a service or a diplomatic passport, no, and it is clear, it is it is vivid. So you need to be a diplomat or a consul. You must be working for the Abine. You must be out there furthering the interests of government. So we are diplomat or a consul, and that's we are dependent of a diplomat. Then you are eligible to have a diplomatic passport. The fact that these guys are going out there and projecting Ghana, and it doesn't necessarily mean say your diplomatic passport. Do you know what that would mean? It means artists in Ghana should be eligible for a diplomatic passport. That's a recipe for chaos. Because it means that now you need to although there's a criteria a moment when you service or diplomatic passport now what can say sako the diplomatic passport now you are opening the doors for a patapa to get a diplomatic passport. You're opening the door for a SEFA to gain a diplomatic passport based on criteria be the mass Sarkodie. Because the Sarkodie ABCC a patapa can get there. A SEFA can get there. A last minute can get there. It's a tricky. Uti Sarkodie interview now or can be or say they go through some level of hassle. In Sankabeya, Yamanoye easily accessible. Yamanoye easier for them. Processes any easier. That conversation and when they say have it. Say passport office. These guys go out there. Again, let's be mindful. Say a young individual way no more because a Stonebwoy no jina bontia. Revenue be obey generate be and I said interest be one. First of all, call no any label, any family. And some me as a patron and as a follower, as a Ghanaian, what I can derive from that is pride. Oh, Stonebwoy is the first to go to 106 and Park. Stonebwoy is the first to go to Ebro for an interview. Stonebwoy is the first to go to Guyana. Meanwhile, a friend Black Rasta.
But Obin Subeka said, yes, Sikano Munyano.
Yes.
It is more like foreign direct investment. And I be said, union more send Nisika so deba Fiamanoni because says Stonebwoy Konoso Nisika. Let's say a war show a manoni.
Yes.
That's a canina boom.
Yes.
Na onya $50,000. So $50,000. Stonebwoy Ghana Hanote. The investment away in our hase. And your bar or mine no. Directly, indirectly, yes, we are benefiting from
good.
It.
The same way as a doctor being Sufiano Koyejuma or Koyejuma or no this kind of bar, you benefit. Technician, engineer, aviation expert, in Koyejuma, Sikano Hane Deba. So once you open, you do it for the entertainer, no matter as well do for the doctor, for the lecturer. I mean, Wejo or more they go out there to lecture. It's kind of making they bring it here. It's very tricky. It is clear as to who should own a diplomatic passport.
Okay.
The point is, say a person money easier, and I agree. Or your artist. The last time I make Italian embassy, I saw a family. Or boy, friend is saying, what do you call it? Face mask. Giddy. Face as in face mask.
Okay.
Because you need queue.
Yeah.
And say be on office or your star.
Man for Behuna, who said, I saw the who's here. Okay.
You understand? So, it's our discussion. I say, have so these are some preferential treatment be because of stars. The last time I say, me call
US Embassy.
Yes, US Embassy. No more, you man no botry. Because too many are can send the file. They be. You say, I know some way. Inti omunye bibi mfa ho kaka but pass we say okay diplomatic passport G because we are artists.
Okay. Mesamba view Tilly Mamintiu
I think say Nkomo we started Tuesday and I think say for me I can very clearly say asɛm wei deɛ na nka nipo sɛ nka yɛtwɛn ama ambassador ne bɛka music a wei yɛ conversations how they can ensure say the musicians no nyoma nkitikiti bi a ɛbɛboa ɔmo nnwuma na ɔmo yɛ no conversations ebi kra na just start it and asɛm a we start me who say music a ka bibia fa ho just to show say at least enyontofo no welfare ni ɔmo well-being no we care about it but nonetheless that has been their MO over the time you know. But I keep saying I think that anorage and crophobia if they also diplomatic passports they can also be footballers because almost they are on a national assignment sometimes going to play for artists so they will also need it as much. I think her post was in the right direction. Okay. Sebe, I mean, as he said, like clearly, Sako there and I said Stombo and Shatawale na onimi di Kiyomu airport. Somewhere we pan as embassy, a somewhere. But so the post no making and the comparison, the latter part of the post no comparing these artists to. Yeah, diplomats and other diplomats. Now, I think it was quite unfortunate and unfair to the diplomats because yes, the artists are putting Ghana on the map.
And Michelle, just for the benefit, as you're referring to it, Chief Woman Fan Cheme. So, Mamina Sema, Okan teach you pa senior Tili Kano was say Ghana. You should give these diplomatic passports, these guys, diplomatic passport. Ghana, you should give these guys diplomatic passports. They put Ghana to the world better than even the best ambassadors could in a lifetime. They put Ghana to the world better than even the best ambassadors could in a lifetime. Just say, Sankrofo enumu. One more ton Ghana cra chins I name we see for now ye bom hoka ye de o makwa see ye missions various missions e wa abroad say one more ton Ghana no ma me ne say wonu hu ni say twia wenu sisa anyum tofo adwuma wa mo ye no e so ani cra chins ambassador say tili yeah
na me ka say part na unfortunate you could have just said since here oh my yema we mo diplomatic passport because they put Ghana on the map na asem na si ho na any so mo pia na ye pia but if you say that because first of all it's not the job of a diplomat to put their country on the map. DS is supposed to go and further a certain diplomatic
I think a part of the mission.
No, it's not their job.
No,
No, the context in which that's not the job of a diplomat to put their country on the map.
One can diplomacy ambassadors.
No,
what's specific?
I say give them diplomatic passport.
Yeah, but I'm saying in the latter part of the tweet now,
but that's not the job of the ambassador to put their country on the map. It's not their job.
It's part of Nina.
Okay, so even if it's part of their job, it means there's more to the job for you to get a diplomatic passport than just putting the country on the map, right? Right? So it means that to actually use one part of their job, which you think an artist is doing, to condemn the entire work of Nkrofo, the
ambassadors,
that is quite unfortunate and unfair.
Okay.
She could have made that her comment very strictly and said, we mo bomb homoding. Omo the Ghana eto map into momo fine, but don't actually downplay Ejuma who name the intricacies of the job, what goes into it.
Because why ambassador?
Yes, because one person does a bit of what they do. That is quite unfair and was an unfortunate thing for coming to me.
So great. Microphone, I mean to you. And Sophia Semia okay about that. And the refer to Anyum because at the end the tail of the tweet, you know, or more tag. So my idea is well. Anyum to form one no can.
Yeah, because my that your friend is saying no or setting on Anyum to 4 because or not by nature saying you establish no
yeah
they need the arts cheaper or a bias towards arts.
Sure.
But when we talk of celebrities and footballers, boxers, make us sports fraternity no be brain so qualify obi to say Azuma Nelson. No Oma representing Asel Ghana papa inti media me feel say bi no can sa based on baby neni e wo bebre me kai is it Osekufu and Anthony Eboa omo be ball match bi wo Ghana na all no airport ade no airport no me can say quote unquote ye jojo no kakra e ma nso be ye news and people were asking say into the airport officials are mujina hui.
Munnim
papa. If anything cry, you will be even in criminal law, your self-recognizance bill. A drew baby based on your popularity cramp on yetimi consider or na we drew hona ye jojo say obia. In fact, a man for ebeka pa wo media mu. Kosi ma menchi chire no fan to ho. Ma no in the first place no or your diplomat representing another country, whether technically no obetimi appose kuna ne nose into our local affairs no no I don't know obi betimi aba be kire me nti ono na se mo kan ye no me nyina no so emfa nye me submission because maybe technically no she has no locus or no legal right or whatever to say it.
Say no so na di ye incomodie. But eno ni case no anka case study no ya. But
won say eno wo ho but me mpesi me gina no so okay. Because I have my view on this already. Me started cancer asem way no before I even got into politics, and I have pushed this thing on certain grounds. I'm say Honorable Krikumante the other day Krampona asem way by no be making reference. Because we know how I have been passionate about this facility, considering what they go through. One, I take it only on a certain ground.
And you also position here say you're diplomatic passport,
until na me name difference. Okay. Until some time back, na me pushing for diplomatic passports. Okay. Until I got into public service and I got to know the difference. Okay. And I revised it.
And the difference.
The difference is service passports. Okay. Service passports is different from diplomatic passports. But can they be given technically? Can they be given?
And you say our service passport, you know saying?
Oh, say yeah, demand certain public officials. Okay. Like directors of institutions, omo ye ejuma wa ban mu omo tutu akwan bebre ye de momo, but no what the limitations kakra. Oh, sketches at the airport. Okay. Near a problem emma ye artist no. It's not about immunity in certain countries. So beko baby no akodi inse hu bi no. Near diplomatic passport ye de diplomatic.
Because hold off a diplomatic passport ko ye bibia.
Yes. Yes. What you say? Yeah. But service passports there and no one limitations kakra. But at the airport, there are certain courtesies unya when you are holding the service passports. Okay. And when I got to know the difference I started campaigning and pushing say in Kayeni celebrities out of a certain status based on criteria being check marks be a debeto hono. Na inka ebidomo undeserve. Okay. Me can obiti say Ebi Azuma Nelson. Obi ti say on no say any some top ejako ni mo niema yemfa yastic bin to ho okay ni yemfa measure na yemfa and select kwesi is it out of place? No, because there was an interview via a Wagana web Honorable Ayoko Botwe and omo ye ni say interview no na
your eyes
so there down there no.
Now, I saw yes, radio near you. Yes,
I'm also so your eyes are defective.
Lastly, Honorable Ayoko Botwe asked that government has the power to hand over a diplomatic passport to any person, although it is rare, she established.
Yeah.
Pacho Mrs. Subiomana.
On my secret.
Yeah. Who said there was an interview about near maybe na amanfo bi demand concerning passports in Niema. Okay. Yes, and omo interview Honorable Ayoko Botwe. And obechire mo say yes, diplomatic passports, and they were referencing diplomatic passports here. Okay. There are certain people who are more qualified to get it. But abayin so no the power and the discretion say ohwe obia or fata based on certain conditions.
Missing.
Or the bemano. Manti ho. What you say? Into ABA technically yeah the foreign missions ni niema no. There are people. Now say I say Reverend Kusi say you check you don't know kita diplomatic passports. Also for yes or no kita diplomatic passport.
National Cathedral papa no.
Yes. Okay. Or also for kita diplomatic passport. O di juma kakra bi ama ban. What am I saying? So there are certain considerations. And based on that, media may feel say, nipa biya nswa or carry the flag of Ghana internationally, also no. Yem share na the manner and you're wrong. But we see, I'm also giving information, say, even in our West African countries, certain artists be so country, and more not ordinary passports.
Country benza.
Oh, minim say Burkina Faso somewhere in 1994. Me call her. Me share yenuanum bia no.
And to form more honum say.
No, film for na. Nyom did need some of the top filmmakers ni bebre so
Equita diplomatic passport.
Yes.
Okay. Mesan babium mameni kakra mfi Dennis Teria honum say and the chief so Arnold can be wa hanum say was say saadie we nkomo we ase ekọ na aba yes in fact ekọ na aba no kre enti ni epesi enya no puma sibre Socrates made reference to nkomo twitwe bam say Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration Shirley Ayokobuchi awaye so yes so yetwi ben international relations expert Professor Vladimir Ntwidan so wasan so ye dean ma the Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College yenini din komo ye be bo about this whole komo about yemanyom to 4 diplomatic passports and prof in some kind but before me call prof in common so ma mintie Dennis Teria Dennis so any anyom to 4 e sign papa he's of the Akwaba group at say one more shows ebe fa anyom to 4 fi Ghana hanum kranum saying e de omo call UK DB enye just South Africa mtimi enom mimusa na adwenche and Sophia semia okay Yemanyom to follow a diplomatic passport. It's sunset. Ambassadors are who don't cry. They almost see your missions. They walk Ghana, Hanum say abroad. No, Ejuma anyom to follow ye. Ultimate fan to two. Yes, ambassadors see you. Dennis Akwaba.
Hey, how are you?
Bako.
Good.
So and Sophia Semi okay. What didn't you say now?
Sir, I believe, sir, there's a criteria to be an ambassador. And I think that should still be maintained. Yeah. Arnold can say you cannot just open it for everybody. It won't become worth it any longer. And I think they should keep to the criteria or whoever deserves to be it, rather than everybody just to be an ambassador. No. Also, you got to remember, says some of these artists and footballers, when they're traveling, they have a protocol service in place that allows them, certain freedom at airports. Okay, maybe not musicians, but I'll say some of the footballers. I mean, I've been involved in football for a little while, and I'll say
okay, they've been privileges.
Yes. Sometimes, some of them, you see that they go through
because the popularity and fame no more.
Yeah, okay. But to open it up for everybody, is I don't think it's right. Let's go through the criteria.
Yes, but I mean, I'm sure probably someone will go and say, so I'm disappointed in Dennis because Dennis worked with us. Yeah. Dennis Eba fire. Sometimes even going through the certain protocols you expect to be a visa crano. You don't get all these things. The treatment of the man to follow near Cajon. So it's not something you think that's worth it.
I'm not saying it should not be given. I'm saying the criteria should be gone. Whatever criteria is there, it should still be maintained. It's like an ambassador for a brand. So that shouldn't change.
Okay.
Let's use Sarkodie. Sarkodie was a BET award, and he made a very big statement. Very big statement. That should come from a government official.
Yeah.
But it came from an artist. Yes, certain people you could look at them. Not only just the current one, the Sarkodie, the Stoneboys that she's mentioned, but let's go as far back as to some of the oldies. Some of them could be given. Pat Thomas, wonderful stuff is done around the world. Those are the people that we should be looking at. So, I think that should be done, but not to be given out to everybody. Not, you abuse the system.
Okay, all right. So, senior MD kind munu, share this back and forth, this whole conversation, corner bano. Enti ye bomodi answer ye pese esua bibi kakra so wie ye na ye esua bibi ye call Professor Vladimir Ntwidan so or international relations and security expert sanso ye dean or ye Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College na ye tuma prof na say prof and come abani former French ambassador mami say anyomtufo edwuma wo mo ye na hwe ni enti ye mom diplomatic passport prof as international relations experts who is saying ninsem ni bi ode tu dwa ya twitwa nkakra yentie nsem no Professor Vladimir Ntwidan so yenti nyembra.
Right to turn our foreign policy towards what she thought should be the case. Diplomatic passports are given to foreign service officers first and foremost, and persons.
Mesansha, no, ACBO Mama Metifo.
Basically, I mean, I do not think she had that right to turn our foreign policy towards what she thought should be the case. Diplomatic passports are given to foreign service officers first and foremost, and persons who could represent the country in their foreign policy thinking. So if artists are going to do things that would inure to the benefit of Ghana's foreign policy, yes, we could give them out. But then they have obligations towards that passport also. Because if they do anything untoward, then it puts Ghana in a very bad taste outside. So I do not think it lies in the right of another diplomat to tell the Ghanaian government whom they should give passports of that nature to. It's wrong. The methodology she used is wrong. She could have spoken to her foreign minister quietly, persuading her to look at the artists who are doing a lot of diplomatic work for the Ghana government. But to come out and openly say that this is the case and some of them are doing even better than diplomats, it's not correct. A Ghanaian diplomat in France cannot in any way redirect the contours of French foreign policy. So for me, it's untoward. It's undiplomatic. What diplomatic person for diplomat? And when you're diplomat, now diplomacy has several categories. Say foreign service officers, automatic diplomats, ambassadors and others who serve in our embassies. Second group of people, consulates. Obi oha onye Ghana ni kura isman Ghanaian diplomatic passport. Send you over to me Ghana mine. It's they are entitled to. And another category is track 2 diplomats. Very important personalities. Who small, some Koya, Uncle Maybe Mawa, almost could you say to Mano, Obi says something, he's a diplomatic passport, and other big persons on your diplomat, but a Juma Obesuma song Koyano, which me a deep Sigana, mine or Amano. These are the people who qualify, and they all come under diplomatic immunity. Nti ano so ya de ehun hia won fa masabe okwasiampe dia anasa won fa mo bi a wo fi se wo ye popular ntina de ama no okoye uruka de bia wa manone a e de asembeba. Normal circumstances, yeah, diplomatic passport you apply for, you don't apply for any apply for jumano. As a usi ubu me teacher ni me kuta doctorate degree nti mama me diplomatic passport. No. Yanyanesa, American criteria is very simple. Who is a diplomat? I don't know international law, the Vienna Conventions. It says clearly who is a diplomat. Why now? Oh, I'm on because we are diplomat. Now I'm on we have money be said there. We have to report to the sending country. And the diplomats, yes, will be how to make application. Say, I am a diplomatic passport. Baby. Medical, automatic. Say we a musician, say Mr. K-Day, na ninjuma kwechire o gochire for pay, and I say amagana dia sheta, Yama diplomatic passport. Yanyane samani ye. On one side to me apply. Minister Nankasa going to me ye. Now Oman she na say did you maybe a diplomatic course. You bet me amano some diplomatic passport. Amana man the one what you may did you manama ye. Yeah, the passport nation was you may become who can be more and our obligations to be so we are strong and musician and obey this I said at you may know at your diplomatic and you said young idea may want me papa could answer and go for a crew to Name Tishukuru Name Yami woman no money idea Name sure Yamma doctor Yamma doctor Samsumi a doctor that be Yanesa Peace FM. In my view, and you're correct, international law, they can't be diplomats because what the diplomacy I say, and yeah, market I just say, or your musician, or your popular and the diplomatic passport. On to me, you share also our diplomacy because I don't know, I'm our international law. Send your commission teacher in my two for Ghana, any Amanoni, Tradia, will be any medium of which now I don't have my diplomatic passport. I'm not a diplomat. I don't qualify for it. Period.
Okay, so that's Professor Vladimir Ntwidan, so international relations expert, or a dean, a Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College. So, well, it's for me producer Salamat Paintil Nino ne di san komo we wachechim. So my member studio na men ko rank akra na menji adwenche. So great. Pick the microphone na Professor that's Vladimir Chidan so akasa acheche ni mem kakra adwenche kakra.
Well, let me say Neil Kai no is not far from near nyina yaka wa han say. I think say ye nyina yagitum say ye betimi a consider artists of a certain caliber now based on certain considerations ni adwuma ye dey show mensa because ye ma sa de we ya ye expect you say obe conduct who in a certain way no one conduct who no yetimi withdraw this courtesy me I'm calling it courtesies because me kai say o mampani bi kurampo dru ba bi no ye hwe 1212 no ye withdraw courtesies bi me kai pa enti no sa ye the mouse are privilege na it comes with a certain checks enti say idea ye betimi consider it should come with certain check marks pia ye this you amount yeah
okay me that say
still praying and pushing not everybody no but udru level bi na hwe nyuma wa ye ne se ne wa manage wo ho a kwesi I'm telling you say so ni be to kwan da no hu se ne handle omo a kwesi they deserve it.
Okay, all right. So Councillor Lutot at chance is answering a question at chance. Question microphone na menji kakra mfi ho nom say wait here and I want you to stay with Professor Vladimir Chidafso because you move forward 1 month empty. Mintio na sem ya okay. To say okan bibia ba say look my no ono no Ghana ye di enkuyo ade we nya badwam ne de ba beto or a diplomat onim senia I mean some conduct yom ho ubegina na be keka nsem we na be kana ambassadors ne kra na nyom tefo no bo edwuma chiom nya sa na sisi ye no acheche nsem minti wadwenche
because I think say when it come to issue of diplomacy and said yeah no ma ya tutu ya minim say minima there but I stand for correction ye wo award abasobode bia ya the bo musicians president edema order of star of voter say ye the mawa if it's conferred on you I think say it comes with a lot of some privileges but to say your state we person use some of the state state banquet hall Independence Square stadium na mana who are privileges to access them me sure say our conversation you bet me I extend it to add up to order of the state voter award now state no at the mano because what it means is that say before a president and our president bill state bet me aka say okay socket baby wa born a bread no when here say as a so man no etumi man abasobody etesa no you bet me to privileges no e dey aka no ho so what I say say they are can as entitlement to addition to say no diplomatic passports as they are tertiary because by official functions any benefiter the amount by getting the order of state of voter awards so official privileges a woman adding diplomatic passport no will also serve a very good purpose in the package now ye de money pano because I think say that is how as I say because all thing the customer can na or say sabi yemfa nye kwasampani bia and ye de passport no man say sa na tie dia o man nankasa e wo susu dia bia ye hwe tumi access won say kwasa boaje per enema wa ye ne artistry no o deserve say as a president selecting kofo bi near the medals abomakoko amama basobody as I say tumi di we count per that category na ye wo ho no you betumi so their council being see before a president be you say ye ma sa abasobode no yemfa diplomatic passport no so enka wo entitlement no say the betumi aboa ematuma aye odwumadi a person dey both home and abroad by bibia o ye bia I think say it's a good conversation
me dan say councillor microphone na me you prof kakra wo dey aboa ncheche mo dey aboa
prof nkomo na odi no you say obi an komo aye kan nyina bra ni kwan mu no but them say ye fi bibi
oh you say
enyum tofo no dodo na ana obi a yanim wanim e wo ye industry mu no say wodu ye airport ha usually wo queue mu kra immigration for no this o shia de bi a sebi obeka so onim but usually no you have most of them having that privilege by face deɛ mehu sɛ yɛ how kakra ma yɛ ne sɛ yɛmfa ne sɛ Akwesi Aboagye o ma sɛ yɛ nyina ni sɛ Akwesi Aboagye ni odin a ɛwɔ passport mu na nyɛ no na ebi a ɛda badwam ɔda sɛ enti yɛmfa sɛ ehu obi ni yɛ odin bi a de frɛw Shatawale obi ni sɛ Shatawale na yɛfa passport na niyama mensa so there are times that your stage name overshadows the name in the passport so obi oti hɔ no it might not ring a bell honestly speaking so you are expecting a certain service from nipa na oti hɔ no based on who you think you are but by the name and the stage name ohun di na a shock so I'm say I don't know kasa say this is a third time kasa say me say kwaka say o share the dia boy so the problem is not our port I believe that the problem is going to seek for clearance or visa to another country the way how can we get clearance from the ministry for example tourism for way say artists be a koto for the year ahondin ben di betimi di ama na ama okoji visa ombre say ultimately say enya passport ni per se but there should be something be as say obi ekoji visa on go through on feel say ade am economy ko ye siga gu mbotum mpo a I'm picking up the flag of Ghana.
And you hear arrangement with the various missions no keke. It is any US embassy yenya ntia so ke wo mo ne anfo no ye bini sa ne man.
But one said the time make us say what na problem ni wo. Problem ni udu ha I mean we share one bad one bi obetime be so proving the point. Custom officers to report
yes but they want it maybe made official. Yes.
Na because official no enya tourism for no yempe system BCO. Say George Luto to kwankwa manonea because of your stature and what you do here no who status intino yeah mail this letter near forward the email whatever document I come ho so that ukwa like embassy a ukono say Schengen visa na koji US visa ukoji UK visa na yentimi prepare visa because on na trouble no
but state to state state to state in Kitaudiani there na foreign affairs ministry I'm pretty brain sure myself
show mo hona make say show mo but yen hwe say yen industry no yen share omo ase but omo your ministry omo bom ade enti we should be able to go to a GT and whatever baby I be Kobiano. No my letter be from foreign affairs. So asimesi obey. Yeah, sin so say. And yet passport no per se.
All right.
I want to imagine say yeah be documentation to support the guy to be able to get clearance for visa because the problem is the visa and the manager.
Me that's it. Kakra prof say me say be be come kakra be
I think say okay even past time raise say the comparison was quite unfair to the diplomats now more entire life is to do something or further a certain course of our country, you know. And also see the conversation, the baseline, they say I agree say incentive be why was say what artists now they are supposed to further it. But saying it if they don't qualify for diplomatic, pay incentive be a bit me what artist and I say even anybody or celebrity or qualify think say oh the state channel or qualify for a certain easement to be at airport. Let's push for that conversation, but diplomatic passport in that conversation and make us say that comparison was not fair at all.
I know, Prof. J, me say we had to be back. Okay, you're cool. So what I said now, Dennis, you want to ask something to Prof? Or you are okay? Yeah, okay, all right. So you're queen, now I know Ghana Music Awards UK bar so mo na minimum nominees announcement say Ghana Music Awards UK brasso say omu yi omu a ebenya yebebo omu so ebemo ma basbody no ye omu pie eno a eno omu di sage medie no Labadi Beach Hotel na enkomo me no apie fima ba yebehwe na enkomo apie fima ba yebehwe the director of operations at the presidency that Ralord Komi Kasama the keynote address ninsem no bi ode to dwano bi e wo horoma e beba amamo enkomodie yebetie sanso na former deputy minister for tourism, art and culture Honorable Jifa Gomashi enso kasa wo dwumedie ase ninsem no ode to dwano bi enkomodie ewie behwe before yebebo san komona man wait for me ba studio no hanum say na opani ba kwa no so Ghana Music Awards UK oboa na omudi dwuma no Christianes yenu Christianes so hanum say so menyi kakra mfi no hanum say dwumedie ne say na si call ye enra objective purpose senya no mo hwe no sa pepepe no kwezi so ejabo sometime enra mudi akwa akogumi boa
sa pepepe na ma memfa akwan so na minda ye media for Andra one ba be support Maminda Ghana for ase so I say from Yura Ura Lord Coming Honorable Jifa Gomashi MPs ahodoɔ ɛba dwumadie no artists ahodoɔ ɛba dwumadie no mpanimfoɔ a efi bank ahodoɔ ɛba from insurance places and all that almost kwasi ndra no kame ayɛ sɛ the entire industry no there Ghana was fully represented ndra ɛwɔ Labadi Beach Hotel a dwumadie no ɛba so na kwasi ɛyɛ krabɛhwɛ said this year's event no mahunu commentaries ni nkomo eba conversations eba no bebre na no I appreciate dwumade ni ye pa even from the production angle nanka sakra no utumi say gradually no we are duru baby say ye duru ye sua de enema bebi so bi e koso kama production adwuma nyeni na abenya na 100% with the magnitude of event no said ye no now so kwasi we are growing organization this by far where God has placed us and we know say ekwa enim bia no mistakes nketenkete bia yi ni na no ye de bekwa enim ade ba kwa mesua ndura ene se ya ha no se uma obi invitation na o ka kire nipa na se bia invitation this card accept one person nipa no a oba no o de nipa
onko abra
nipa na eba no o de nipa 3 na edi na chi aba enti because hall no capacity no de man no omo kire se Labadi Beach penifon kire se
nipa dodo betimi afa no
ebe fa nipa 400 to 450
okay
abro so 450 people ene betimi accommodate
okay
enti sa pepepe ena ye planning sa so pepepe ena issue invitations no enti strictly card no kwa na de ba no ya sheda chro so kwase am sa wo de kwa
enti na mamba no wo de no entosio nkwa nante ntimi nkwa mentimi nante sa
but necessary obaso because dwumadi wa na
obo so me nkwa na me ba me producer kwa mentimi fa
me mano bisa me salamat
wan kan kire me
ma salamat invitation on one person me mano because of that nti kwasi nipa na ebedu honom no ebedu gate nipa edi na chi 4 for one invitation now dem nipa no ebedu ho gate no nipa invitation ye 4
nti ban sa mo ye ne de
e ban sa na then
mo kwa na mo sake
you want me sake nipa no so you need to
adena mo ntimi sake
we need to adjust because kwasi fansa who say kwasi agbaje bedru gate
sake me ba
na sake me ano da ba na ano ni guest nipa 3 na di na chi a na ma hwe ano da ni ma
sake no
mesilo da ka say mesilo no aho na nkofie so that is Sir Junction no and the my pressure pa
but one I can say Ghana hanum say yes idea so there are two things kwesi either say munim say Ghana omo musadia omunni so enti ene ye njengum sa omo na ka chen say fa nipa ba ko ba odi nipa be 10 na be di na chi beba that's one and two you go strictly by what you've planned and patro ni die ma ye ho na fa no asake no otherwise then ya okay nkomo identity sisi adem pa na pesa.
So I think that it's one to us me count to us as error from our part a year mistakes kakra me as organizer me hu ye no say next year from what I'm anticipating because it looks like say a lot of people want to attend the event because of the nature and the plush na the man the plush na the event na am be so maybe possibly we may have to extend it further to maybe make it a gated event say be able to ticket no about because me share my phones there are people who even actually call me say how much is the ticket they want to buy and come nya ba ku mienu plenty. I think that we may have to look at all that.
So, okay, I'm sure say T4 will react to it, but no, the panel members will be reacted to it. But I mean, to solve that challenge of say Yamao invitation, Jumedie strictly by invitation, Yamao invitation, Yamao card. You say Onkwa bra, and then if I nipa be miensa, and ti momo solution say. Mujiska mususu say enobema edom no so ate I don't get it
the primary solution
but
primary solution no what they can primary solution they can say first of all I think say we must find a way say if cyber no as I say me put together a ticketing reservation team ebe check cars no ebe check invitations na nipa no omde telephone call ebe di akire because strictly by invitation event na ye di telephone call be di akire alert because card no kwa ya chro so still nipa ne ba no or the nipa for ne buy inti possible no as I say etumi hu kwa be for so a ye be manage crisis no the management team ni be share we are having a lot of we are taking ideas to how we
so
can handle
apart from that,
situation.
you know,
apart from that, you know, Nyamese kind of artists that perform in Dra very much on from episode to last mate to Keche to Mabel Oshri, Perez. This fantastic artist.
He was my man of the night.
Why?
Perez music.
Perez is always amazing.
Yeah.
Abranton is and you should. I think you also witness episode performance. Amazing.
And now you're tintiama.
I think so. Okay.
As you tunina who says watch it stage.
Too many. Okay. I think so. Created too many landries in between the performance, and I'm sure say. Observe baby sometimes artists when they get on stage they get carried away by the excitement and also say nipano that's when the organizing team has come in and control so the event Mabel was fantastic. She did the opening act and amazing. And we had one lady also MO Space from Canada also by or the expertise why ready so also be facing the world so Kwesi it's there can we are the organizers and your mistakes in you bet me
was it our own good old Shegen and our performance?
Yeah, Shegen a performer okay. Shegen a performer. Man 40 good so pa it is good so pa. I mean we say papalogy na that man for good so nyasam ketwa. Sikano who's what the coin or the kozu. I think sir practically as organizers there was few lapses because I know security was very good and ubibi oba hobi and bambo in the bibia na badi hotel for my security yankasa so the extra security also by the media entourage celebrity at the red carpet. It was beautiful. Okay, we tried until from our point in there abia from one way by from Tilimu and man kakakra Uncle Dennis mo homo na by mistakes in ketingiti baby maybe they can also bring it on board then you become your master classes on.
So, Mamima Dennis, in fact, the microphone, I saw you watching it on Facebook and Rami who said, be your impression, now call Yoko who, Unia Lodia, Senomsi organize nominees announcement, send it to you.
Honestly, I thought announcement, no, the organization was very good. Honestly, Semikacha Alodia said, I wish this was the main event. Honestly, that's the way I saw it. Excellent, well put together. Production was on point, and for me as an organizer, I think kudos to the team.
Okay. Okay. All right. So great. Microphone. I mean, say be out to me. Echo who be now share or social media or maybe internet. So I mean you.
Me call your mommy table one.
Okay.
Meant me antena.
Okay.
Meant me antena.
Because when me antena, that's what you're saying.
Oh, meant me antena mu anko si yeah. Ba me di djuma kakra bi wachiri me hu se djuma na me di no atomu na me sre kwan me sre kwesi
hu se chega perform na
nso dia
chega perform wie na sorry ko
but me monetize but adia ba ko a me can say moya de na me say mo mbo abaso but moya de kwesi dia obo na basu kakra bia na tiri mai ne de obo next time no akọ hwie gum yo
okay but I say Arnold microphone Ghana Music Awards UK nominees announcement.
Firstly the member organizers na baso say this is about the 7th edition. I won't give you up especially when people now pray for sponsorship. Any postponement, any cancellation in paying for almost spearheaded Ghana Music Awards UK gusu jinem na thankfully if I'm correct I saw Tabia Ghana Music Awards patrol this is the first time and this is the second time on as a headline sponsor and a shout out to Tabia because Tabia now sponsor Tehila any other related entertainment event it means bomb home modern pan boss sponsorship nyano easy. You and I know, I mean, clearly, you who say it be crying to me because of sponsorship. So for Tabia to be part of this awards for the second time around, and I say about Mabaso. I don't know. I don't want to. I mean, personally, who details now between Tabia. All I know is Tabia is supporting, but to be a title sponsor no council no any easy. So shout outs to Tabia and I'm paying for you and for supporting Ghana Music Awards UK. In fact, me to me uncle but I saw the pictures, any photographs or any excerpts, from a lot of the blogs. Now I was quite impressed with the attendance. Usually, it's a program you be successful. It starts from the first of all the launch, nominees announcement, and then the awards itself. Awards are being done for industry, musicians especially. It is a whole launch it, and that's a nominees announcement. Now, almost presence a weaker. It means there's a problem. Now, the who were premises Enrano gave me the impression say Ghanaian artists any of handless Ghana Music Awards UK atum. Some artists came all the way from Kumasi and other regions to actually support the Nekosono. I was really impressed with the attendance and the people are the kind of people I saw. Because usually in Slovenia, the kind of faces are when it comes to the VGMA and to some extent 3 Music Awards. When it comes to Ghana Music Award US, UK, Ghana Entertainment Award US, I be reluctant kakra. They are not too sure. But Ghana Music Awards UK, in the last couple of years, I can attest to the fact that for acceptance, validation also is a reason you actually see them and as a more present for event. Based on the any conversations I think it was better than they see last year. Last year was a bit chaotic kakra. Now it gives me the impression that organizers don't realize and then they actually fixed some problems BAC were last year, so it was kind of smooth this year. However, the main way the awards night nankasa. All related activities are supposed to be geared towards the main night, which is the awards night. And see, on the checklist, you take it. But I'm hoping the organizers would realize and they know they've been in the business for a long time. Say the fixation should be on the awards night in Ankasa, where performance be taking 80%. Awards, presentation when the acceptance speeches will take 20%. And then the KK can now. It's year from nominees, then we are actually gearing towards the main night and nominate what the plans are. Now, there's one thing about Ghana Music Awards UK. It was a nominees unveiling, but conversation mean say about who got what, who was nominated into what. That should be what we should be discussing. You understand? Category definitions, which artists had the highest number of nominations, and the KK can moving forward. We should move away from the aesthetics. Who came, who did not come, and focus on who had what, who is nominated, who is competing with. That is where the compete, and then the more excitement, ever more. Now, so the organizer should put emphasis on nominations. Who stands to gain what? When so we near obey the biggest. That should be the conversation that should linger on now from now to obey awards and then they should more pay up the interest. Mr. Mubibre. Otherwise, then I don't know.
It is not my fault anyway. Nyano Duking and Mame Kasa say, I think me know you are doing 100%. That engineering, say few or more as organizers because just sitting back watching ABR on the internet the other day, I picked conversation of Lord Comey and the former deputy minister. When it got to how they were doing the unveiling itself now, had a bit of problem how they were even doing it. So didn't put too much emphasis. The interest on like ABR for Ghana Music Awards, Ghana VGMs and even the 3 Music. So going forward, this is a solid advice out there, mom said. Way should be your homework. Maybe unless you consult, you pay something, then we do those things. Yes. Then you know how to also engineer that. It is no fault of Yensu ABA because we also will pick it. I'm also have a content that me too I'm just doing. And in the account. So you see, me as well said not kind. I agree with him 100%. I'll be taking on board. 2 things though, maybe I may pick yes, me bought my basso before I tell you baby me bought my basso. The sound was on point. I think I was just imagining me say is it because of because mostly there are shows I be how that is being streamed online now. the sound, if you are very bad, terrible, but I think the sound was very good. So I imagine at the auditorium now, sound and because you want to hear sound, no?
Ni digmex.
Ni
ni odamte.
Odamte. Oh, okay, good. Charlie, kudos. And but there back when Minyanji home, the fact say, I don't know maybe before if Suban was idea because even after 12 midnight, you are still unveiling, you are doing these things. You have to care about people's time. Kakra. And going forward, much about 11 p.m. there. Yampong, Yamanu Biwa, Yamomi and Yano. I say any baby, any she, and time, yashi, because it's meet now.
Because you, Utu, a gramophone.
Meaning, Ubakaso Mante.
Because for the first time, and I must admit to this, say, as at an upon 9 o'clock and run upon 9. Na your production, your BBI ready. In fact, an upon 9 o'clock and nipper buyer, the show bet me a cosu. Sound check was between 12 to 2. 2 o'clock, near we sound check. Artisan BBI correct here. Ye na, be a correct here. Red carpets, time a car say 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, no, pepe, that's the thing. But as to say, event like we are saying, you need the people to do the event. It is a nipano empire. It means a name be bree. And they did 1 hour, 2 hour delay no edeba. Because he anticipated say between 7 to 10 the show should end. 7 to 10 show no because a nominees night you shouldn't go over 6 hours. You can plan everything within 4 hours, 3 hours event. But you got the 1 hour red carpet, 2 hours for the main. Now that because and even 42 categories require you travel cry elementing to almost about 27 of them. They are can you be rolling now from social media team and they will start rolling them.
There's a particular thing here. Near making you be who say a bit trivia na BBO no way to but I think that Nima Bisa and if we establish a certain standard what Nima be a must we acknowledge everybody? Why is it that MC 1 2 Kwesiana still had him say Councillor Lucho tell Kwesia Waju had him say already time can't we just move on this
Kwesi sa acknowledgement ni dey ye Ghana for na ye Ghana for na ye acknowledgement dey even ye nwum kura ni ye dey shame owura Kwesi Agbaje na kan or say na we say ye we sa na setante
Tilly from microphone na meet you.
First of all, congratulations. And Miss Mentimi uncle video star me who you know it was very exciting. What me who say even though say events no largely based outside no metimi build some ordinary acceptance be our Ghana. And clearly I think say a down be decided some be hosting in Ghana heavily no I think some be attendance fan because I'm not for any home. Now I think one of the biggest problems so I want me list to try has been the fact say more activating with social media but the purpose of the event no more intimate activity on social media, which is the nomination part, because at least Anya Shekrananka videos of artists no na mo mudino that part pokekeno so just be on the social media ma komo mo Instagram there was nothing there just one on tade pen and then mo website mo very nice websites with nice templates but there isn't even one on it mo associate bloggers amudi omo event so there isn't even one nomination and I said the entire event was done but then it just opposes the purpose of the event.
Yes, the purpose is the nominees announcement. But I say the aesthetics, no, communions, no,
because they say na ma probia na ma konhu mo list no, but any cry any mo website, any mo associate bloggers ni womo muni omo ye adwuma website e wo ghanamusic.com e ho na makunhu se mo list number out but mo na mo ye authoritative even certified voice e wo mo awards so tikeni baby ampa mo dem Instagram keke just one artwork impo and now when the thing was happening live no crampo na obi video no the post here it pushes the conversation very well because more your program no but we ye nim nominees impo ne akom asem ne aka say oh maybe we didn't deserve I think say honey dear it really went down but so far what I've seen and the acceptance and the love now amount for my events in there congratulations I'm hoping say the main events there are better wilder than this.
Councillor, microphone and you. Now, remember, yeah, two voices here. What Hanum say, my tea for ni hunkomo.
Yo, brother, that same say no. Maybe share online, but maybe I could see this in community. I mean, congratulations. Organize event today. Onya, yeah, not to be organized. Yes, yeah, more congratulations. But like, some will be a kind of repetition. You know, I didn't say nominees, but there was more performance. I mean, one because then we got paid news here performances now, and you know, I share and episode you saw to know that. But maybe I'll buy coin and I may be on kakra say names ne bass ano. Last point now when to be to say anka egi skank I remember I limiting microphone. Why not send microphone 400 now oba no so. Won so obe hwe say nya omobi mema go say agbaji nkwa mali 2 because or see definitely no nyo nkwa no beba. Why can't you solve it out? Because the numbers 2 plays a lot of role. And introduction baby we said na Hamida. Red carpet, I thought is to introduce those who are coming. And here, red carpet, I just say, Judge Lutrot, Councillor Lutrot is also here. No? Say, you're calling yes, so you be now, MCC no to me take you more than 40 minutes. Yeah, we crash at Awali just entered the building. And day. I didn't know general red carpet, no so. Maybe when we get those things, now for the time, no, wait, you have 3 hours for baby pa, naturally after 3 hours. Yeah, given you if you are. Because you mean this extend the idea na kwama. Later I'll say the can go social media. So it's good. I watch it. I mean, but there was performances, no. What I say? To say the performances which we're expecting there. If that's the idea, they are fine. But the nominees, Nanga Sunday, yeah, training to me, I can watch them. But congratulations, organizing event. To say I'm not kind, no. Say man can say my idea the 4th August abisim. Yeah, check the account. My idea, congratulations.
Me da say so we ye ani so if you heard him saying. Na nkomodie epiefie Ghana Music Awards UK. Sene medical bomumu ewo ye dwumedie so penfo me no kasa dwumedie no ase Director of Operations as the Presidency, that's Lord Komi Ekasaye, former Deputy Minister for Tourism, Art and Culture, that's Member of Parliament, I think is Cape to South here, Honorable Jifagu Machine Sukasaye. We have these 2 voices yebebo na yakwamano so na yedin komo. But before that, one of the performers anyanyum tini ba kwa o performer ya me say yes the performance Nico Yepa Paris Music, let's hear him. For 3FM Jumedie Entertainment Review mi amedi hu chiame Kwesi Aboagye ni medin. So yakwa enim na ato aso Enra Ghana Music Awards UK no enkomo ba ko mpenfo mienu a wo mokasa wase ba ko Ora Lord Komi or den 72 dwa okasaye Director of Operations ma Presidency Jubilee House na nsemo de 2 dwa enkomo no ye bobi na ewia ye be kwa ama no so ewia. As a matter of fact, a former Deputy Minister for Tourism, Art and Culture, on soon in some of the 2 dwa. Na ye no yakwa mano so yakwa kudin komo. Yentie near the kind Ora Lord Komi and some of the 2 dwa.
Artists has led to initiatives that uplift and nurture talent through investments in infrastructure, access to resources, and policies that promote creativity. The government has undoubtedly become a symphony of progress in the orchestra of our music industry. Ladies and gentlemen, let us embrace the future with a spirit of collaboration and innovation.
So, Ora Lord Komi, maybe Mami Sensi and NSU Bio Mamamu Etiefo na yentie Ora Lord Komi nsema wakaye.
The President's unwavering commitment to supporting and empowering our artists has led to initiatives that uplift and nurture talent through investments in infrastructure, access to resources, and policies that promote creativity. The government has undoubtedly become a symphony of progress in the orchestra of our music industry. Ladies and gentlemen, let us embrace the future with a spirit of collaboration and innovation.
Ora Lord Komi. Oka omanpenyi investment awaye bra wo ba ban mu oka infrastructure resources policies aban ba ye omodi abegu titu ofan empo no enyum to adwuma de creative zinimu ensem a wode tu dwa eno no Senator yebekwa amanu so nedin komo. But before that no, mame emmo anyway so ma former deputy minister tourism art and culture ono so ekasa wedwumedi ase yentie no Madam Chief Agomashi, honorable.
But you see, policy makers work with figures. So we need to have data. We need to record the things that we do so we can make a strong case for the policy makers to take us more seriously than they have done. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as a creative and a legislator, I am straddling two sectors, and I do know that everything that happens in this country is brought to Parliament, right? So what do we want sent to Parliament on our behalf? So far, I think our ministry, and this is not to bash anybody because I am not in government, it is the reality. Our ministry focuses a lot more on tourism than it does the creative arts, and that must stop. I think the ministry, you're not even clapping. You're planning to go and sit on radio and say, why did she say that? Well, it's my reality, and it is the truth. We need a little bit more focus from the state because we do employ a lot of people in our sector. Imagine if our businesses were not thriving as creative artists. All the people who built this stage, what would they be earning? We are all dressed up nicely today. We've given jobs to people to come here today. We are eating from creatives. So it is important that we make our story heard loud and clear. We can't do it individually. Art is a collaborative work, and we must learn to work together. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a wonderful time, and I hope that you will all support the Ghana Music Awards UK 2023 and do buy a ticket and go and support them. I thank you very much for.
That's former Deputy Minister for Tourism, Art and Culture. One Mrashibi James Secretary to South. Honorable Chief Agomashi now to say Kasa Honum saying. Edu brebi no ade nsem ne tuju ase mum nsem mame. Mum nsem muti honum say. Some twan na ade chia makotena radio su na makane amope. Oh no dear honorable no cre yes. Yes we dear no. Juma no sa o kan o die yes ye bedi hu komontia no dear. Ti ase wo honum say. Na ne nsem no me fa emumienu titiru say policy makers aban wo hoyi no what the figures and what the year juma aban emfa yen kase bia meka asem no track keda bi oka na aban busa so kiwa fa figures no bra enti say etimi nya data industry mo say etimi nya data se pesa aban and policy makers no be fa serious ye bibia bia no say data etimi bata ho ana chire no wo sande tato se ni ono or industry no creative industry no and creative art no ena wasan so mrahye bedwani enti onim senia eniama sitie ni obusa ne se ni awehu pa nie tourism art and culture ministry no I say o meni wo tourism asododo ena o meja creative art no enti ono de ebeya enki entitim san komo ye gya adwenche kakra efi ora rexoma ho oyenumtuni enkane no etitinani ma eye gamro na yembusa no san so politician ai ye ne rex eni nkomo rex that asem akwa baba entertainment review so please so ewie
me do so kwesi
no na mpomo
nyame adomboko
so enkomo no me fa no say wo mu mienu titiu na yen sha se fi ora lord come director of operations at the presidency ninsemo a wokan ye se omampanyi na nado danko ekufuado oba ye investment a wehwie gu industry mu infrastructure wa ye resources a wodi amammo policies a woma ye a ni nyina no ebua ma ye creative industry no titru empo enwomto sanatio bebi a wudren aneni a wokan sanate
yo kwesi me da sina me share we share for the panelists na me tie no na kan pese obi sa ne se onka bibi bako ana mienu sa infrastructure corona work no any policies corona work say na ban na kufu ado aban aye for the creative industry no onka bako ana mienu ni nyina ye hu I mean, sometimes the politicians, Omoba no Mabeka Satra, no Moko, you politicians, but sometimes, you know, if you kind of crack a crack, yeah, a boy. It's all no, not some no kind of idea. Said you come no, a political talk, or the kind of no call. They are talking, you know. Sabi, Nana Kufuado are buying by the 8 years away, almost all the promises are. Never omu manifesto mu anase ono ankata kwa ni promises are no de man ni gra ha sisi kwati ni bibia betimi de mensa twa so say obaye no say na waye in terms of creative economy or creative industry. The only one thing na eno de we akwadu a no friends out akwadu a no in America is this a friend say return whatever that project now afibia so a friend say a day and go for back room has him and look on a fado do na tourism so but only say tourism the creative no yeah na they feed each other. It's you know through tourism no the creative industry also gets promoted and gets jobs to do. That is the only thing. And look cry your friend say tete a year near way Pana said
Panafest.
And all my change title no. And almost yet, but Ebubiano, I would say, and no dear, a visible. Obia Wagana ha or kind of crabia, they will say, year of return, no. I am the younger for the young return, no. I mean, Abua. Apart from that, there is nothing whatsoever in relation to the creative economy.
But so you are so mampany, I'm sure, sir, investment infrastructure. Any Nyomo Kane, Nancy and Chair, woman be newly rehabilitated, no sign Edibia Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park. This is investment. This is infrastructure. Offer a creative art school ya omu ACA infrastructure. Any nyamanu bia ebia mint listening but sir at least so kind investment I say sir you as a person visibly unhusa investment infrastructure resources ni and ye kan hui empono oka resources COVID buy anyum tufua through NBSSI now Ghana Enterprise Agency sikaya de ma we de so masne COVID no mo de boaye and in ye kan these are all resources ana
Kwesi said you are saying if we are to a friend say better within the context now. Yes, the friend say Kwame Nkrumah Museum no almost are renovated. It was in existence, almost renovated. It's a good thing, but it also falls within tourism. We are talking about the creative industry. Tourism, the OBN said, you ministries year in year out, they all focus on the tourism, and so the creative is almost watching it baby. So yes, Kwame Nkrumah Museum is not about creative, it's tourism. It falls within the tourism sector. So let's come into details of the creative industry. I employ so many young research has proven that creative industry, I don't employ young people and women all over the world. Ghana, so some population, young people, compared to my, but who check it. Young people are almost Ghana almost fall within the creative economy. You have to see the game. It's the lip service and service you. How many years should it take for the so-called creative school not to be finished, to be completed? Since I can't only 1 year you to the Fiabamu. So to be here, that idea that also baby. 8 years to 8 good years. You have to build this school and year. Now, service will go on front or build that for years. And always serious. So, you have found on conscience. Now, let's go to what the former deputy minister,
Jifagumashi.
My sister Jifagumashi, what she said. Many are Jenny, a crime back also, and I'm in Jenny, a crime back also. There are many are Jenny said, because of the fact that tourism industry alone is so huge, such that on my Ghana, if you pay attention to tourism alone now, it can become the number one earner for this country. It is so very huge. And I'm saying, we don't care about some of these things, you know. You have to support the creative economy now. Meanwhile, there is no attention detailed attention or planning towards both industries. It's not said I'm not creating if this country wants to move forward and to create jobs for the young people in this country, we should pay attention to the tourism and especially the creative economy. Not only music. We are talking about music, we are talking about film, we are talking about fashion, we are talking about so many things fall under the creative economy. It's a community argument.
Sir, yen team, yen tourism.
Yes, we should decouple it completely so that they can stand alone and do serious work to feed each other. It's very, very, very important. Yes, I'm now she comes and says, yeah, now you are creative. We have to do a research to prove to government why they should invest in this economy, creative economy. Any government at this day and age, 21st century, who cannot see that the creative economy is very vital, has no business governing this country. Whose responsibility it is, and especially our research. It is the government's responsibility to employ proper consultants to do the research, to inform government. Tourism fund, why can't they invest some to do this research if seriously,
But may he so rest in peace. I mean, Sasemi are okay. Professor Tamils, Emma, industry, no. In fact, bra music a DNM, omo krata, say yes, on percent, omo yen research. Emma, no crown, omo the idea called Danny KPMG. Emma, we research. So, at that time, you didn't think, say, no, who here, say, Abana, so ABB Sabai. Government gave money, almost almost yes, I research.
Quasi, don't reduce this argument to only music industry. The money was given to Musica to do a research for the music industry. The creative ecosystem, the creative economy is way bigger than the music industry. Let us lift this conversation to where it belongs. Music industry is only one aspect of the creative economy.
No, what's about? I'm not reducing it to level now perception, but nya me pesa me chene say what's awoka say abino na said ye industry no because say be a research. I'm saying say so a baby of chema music at trend. Other antina abino say sad time no because now I'm so painful. I'm say did you tell the government then say look. And yeah, I said yes, yeah, bear research no, because the purpose for that money was because of researcher, music on person more in the account. So I buy no the onim at that time said no, young can say bear research no, and now you need faswa, yeah, industry want to, so you don't even need this. We'll do it.
The whole situation in the say, the music that push buy in Kenya buy plums or baby yasa. So music that course say I buy boy no. And I buy a cat, a quite bad now again now. You be the big national boamo. It is kind of the Mumpa being a research, Mumpa being a Mumpa being just getting none of that campaign research. And I am saying this Ghana government, the state of Ghana has not taken this creative economy serious. So it is about time, says you pursue a creative jobs. Ma and Kualana. Government must take this upon itself because our education system now. And yet people and the choir research question about invest in education. And after 7 the Minister of Health never and yet doctors and nurses and the choir research question about this is what we are waiting to be invest with. Why are they making it look like the creative economy is sitting somewhere begging government to help? If government takes this serious as an industry, I bet you provided a lot of jobs. The youth and the women are, trust me, and they do the research will come out and prove to them, say, we have been, but
Danchem no won't shoot us what you as a pen or bad no babaka. In fact, Bobuchino no attends you as no because Danchem no po. Honorable Jifa Gumashi, our buying mupain, or your industry person, or your mashebejeni. And on what some more can say, penny on no sisia with new nim and say policy makers no, they deal with data, and we lack that data. You need that data no. So that is the bane of industry, no?
Who are the we? We keep saying the industry. And I keep saying, we don't have a creative industry, a structured creative industry in this country. We don't. We have tourism industry because the structures are there. The creative economy, no, we are yet to do something. How many fashion designers do we know in Ghana? How many seamstresses? How many architects? How many cameramen? How many? We don't know because you don't expect the private people and the people who are working in the informal sector almost struggle because they don't have any assistance to spend their small money, to go and do a research to prove to government to do what. So it's about time that if we say we are running a 21st century economy, any serious-minded government must, as a matter of agency, look within the creative economy and see how it can help in creating jobs. Gone are the days when job creating is civil service and people who are working for government. One of our creative coins, we say, the private sector is the engine of growth. Don't we know, say, the creative economy is private sector? And it creates a lot of jobs. One musician, the case is benefit. One fashion designer, even common seamstress to crown out, do you know how many people they employ? We have been sleeping on this economy that can help to solve a lot of problems and also market Ghana positively. So it is not any individual's responsibility. It is not the so-called industry, which is not even in existence, responsibility to bear research. By responsibility to do this research seriously, to inform itself how they can find ways and means to structure this economy, that is the creative economy, and make it bloom.
So it means that only Honorable Jifago machine dream
because then that will never happen. If you are expecting the private sector and structured, informal, say research. No one can come out and sana abaya you should get their investor this economy. Nothing will happen.
But you only need dream say yes data but near senior we see can now in your dream.
Data is very important, but I'm saying, we should not expect the private people who are in the informal sector now almost struggle. They can buy responsibility, whether through the Ministry of Tourism or through the whatever it is, to do this research, to inform itself, is it worth investing in this economy? Buy responsibility, and yet any private individual responsibility, or even an industry's responsibility.
Okay, Empacho Janso Kakrama me need na Deputy Minister for Tourism, Art and Culture Ora Marco Krekumanti ewa mano so enran wako submit ni forms so apeke but enya no ntini efre no enkomo ya da honom sei no opeso obo akakranti Rex Empacho Janso Kakrama me Honorable Krekumanti Marco Ababa Entertainment Review so
Kwesi.
So I'm sure we're team Komo Ebi. Director of Operations, the presidency, Ralord coming some of the two talking about investments, buying investments on my year, infrastructure on my year, the resources on my pumpy the tourism, art and culture, the creative industry, teaching even the music, the policies on my year are bois to etimia fan into my payfra. Rex Oman said contrary our industry no sani amaya all kan nyina no mumra na mbekire investments na maye no infrastructure maye ewa hifa ebia tourism yes obetima ka say maye ba akumienu bi but when it comes to the creative industry zilch munya hwe ohu hwe. So why Deputy Minister for Tourism, Art and Culture me sure so betimi aboa then asema Honorable Jifago Mashidi to about we need data that policymakers are buying in here data from the industry no and probably we lack that data when we say more concentration are buying the ministry concentration is on tourism wow on paying meaning say times ana no hunu dia but nasimo kan so yes same fee Lord Komi asema dey today ni abetimi are you able to prove to yense teach you Rex ni ebinimo amaka wo mutie the infrastructure, the investment, the policies, the resources. Omampini na ado danko Akufo-Addo mobile my old industry.
Okay, question me that say. Me kwa ye. Tibe nam kwanso. In case ye nam na se ekatia. Kasa na se ekatia. Now the items he be anama kopi baby a reception airport. You. Me betra ka mo nchai. Na am tell say me Rex ekasa. It's a horn to me say wa me preamble no answer be do be edi. Tibe kwa de nanka Rex pe na ba be address any issues ni bi. But Rallo come audio na voice kono bintie. But true say yes IEB. The first time I heard the word or the term Creative Art Council, Creative Art Council, it is you Rex Uma ano about 15 or 20 years ago thereabout. When we're doing then started this group to be Coca. Mekai was Coca. And I Tatama the gas cap. All through the years, Creative Art Council attempted in a crown. And President Akufo-Addo attempted to make the council. Near Attorney General. And Attorney General said, no, Creative Art Councils are for private sector, not for government. It's a Union Creative Art Agency. Overshaw, the law, now about for the Creative Art Agency, President Akufo-Addo, and now Rano. And America, if you Rano, so to say, the reason why industry, if I say structure, let's say, can one seven, anyone say. So what structure, no son of Professor Unyano, Kana, Unim, right here. Will be craft from one, I then the government high industry. Say, Usiam Raka, they will tell you that law is a developmental tool. To the Biamra and Sedan Katahona, a direction, a development, a to sing all. This Hamrano, Papania present loyalty. Why I say in us alone. The council passes alone, who can maybe say a yampa into it. Ampa, I quote 2020 to go winning election in Vienna. The result of agency not the torso, or make sure said by end of 2020, that's how many are passing. And not aside. The policy, that is one. As I now say, we are working on the culture policy. Obeka say we are culture policy instead of fan. But when continue, culture policy has a lot to do with the creative industry. But this is our infrastructure. Infrastructure, there start to be. Like the Creative Art School, the amphitheaters, but even the investment, I could say infrastructure investment with the Creative Art School, infrastructure wise, and to Creative Art School investment. It can get the number, maybe a young Yaka, Creative Arts, Akobo tourism, and the Rex. Creative Arts and tourism, and yet MPP government and the buy. And yet President Akufo-Addo and the buy. And yet NDC government and the buy. And I'm a Kaiser question by the on Peace FM. Who smart will be so unconscious what the Creative Arts billboard is doing Abowana. What kind was just tourism at the time. I'm a very argument at the time. I just want to remind you, it's not about Kaiser, after and then yet MPP. And all. This NDC for everyone who say, I don't know what you know. One pack, no vessel sana. One farm may send people say, and I want some Creative Arts Akotaro. And MPP in a NDC initiative. Wait, ne ubi samia. I don't see anything wrong with it. Because you bar, come and come park. You obey, and your phone before so 1 mile and by. Uba over Samini and Kofikinat. Although the infrastructure is for tourism and let the creative arts industry benefited from it. I just want the creative industry to understand that tourism is not a product via Daho. And tourism is actually for everybody in Ghana. And you just must identify an opportunity in there and you can punch yourself in and make money. So, by December in DH, tourism, December in DH, creative arts will benefit the most. Year of return. They will tell you, tourism, a year of return. When you're busy in the creative industry milks that agenda. Tourism, your artists or our artists made money from it. Just last night, they got Pat Thomas event. President Excellent Kufo, Honorable Lanchemato, and other dignitaries, including the NATO. Yet 1 year, Jumano, the NATO was texting me about what are we doing for the creative industry for their login. And I'm a catcher. They say, we are taking steps, but your challenges. And Rexoma can say, yeah, where? Say, you're taking steps. Sometimes I was virtually begging them. There are things I cannot even say on radio. Minister wants documentation on, I don't know, technology. I don't want to make this political, but say political. But I'm going to phone so. For Rexoma, enemy at the studio. Me young chair for the good achievement when it comes to the arts. No, so chair or no, so me achievement at the board. Yes, the veteran say policy attachable, infrastructure attachable, marketing cry attachable in any other government. When it comes to marketing of the arts through tourism, it is a government. Your future won't ever beyond the returning. Look at the collaborators of Mumba. Sabi who Sabelamundi. Agency, global citizen, this year, our France, then at the buy. Tourism now, we seem to be fighting now in the Kofa, opportunities in Belamundi. So let's identify the opportunities within tourism. And let's not see tourism as an enemy. And that is why I agree that the creative industry are NDC for the car tourism on and Carbonibia. So what you have to say, no one pay you, one cast won't pay you, I'm throwing the last one, the first two of the NDC. They said they were going to do it. You will come here, when we disintegrate the trade, you will come here, the Russian infrastructure, the pace at which they move, your bomb trade paying in Imbra, I also be winning. The operator say, oh, when we come campaign promise, the Betimo trade, we will see what will happen for time you do. And that's it, Percy.
Ms. Medasi, Rex meaning intervention ya deputy minister kakra wa ba be cheche maybe I will be kan ho na uni bibia kan na ye si ha sei na mabedwa fon so amini o meshi ase Rex what mean kan okay all right so into
yeah, first and foremost I think Mark did not get my point right. Nobody is talking against tourism. If you heard me right, I said tourism is huge on its own. And tourism is structured in this country. So if we pay much attention, it can be the first earner, number one earner for this country. That was my statement. And I also insisted to say, because tourism on its own is very huge in military, they pay more attention to tourism at the neglect of the creative economy, which is also huge. So it is the state of Ghana that has not paid attention. I did not say MPP. State of Ghana. So I am saying emphatically that if the state of Ghana will pay attention to both tourism and the creative economy, it will help to create jobs for the teeming youth and also foreign money. When it comes to MPP issues, I tell me what kind of relation friends say, Creative Arts Council or Creative Arts Authority or whatever the name or agency or whatever the name may be. Because 8 years in, maybe there's something drastic that has happened that I don't know, but so far as I'm concerned, creating an agency that you don't power the agency to do anything and it's there doesn't mean anything. Because if about creating an agency, agencies are creating debris. We are talking about a practical solutions to issues, not talk. But, as he said, I want you to give us opportunity. I'll meet you face to face. Now you're going into detail. Now you at the end of the day, if you come and say, oh, a friend says, and MPP, and a friend says, quarter, and tourism boom, who said that a friend says, whatever. What I was saying is, because as a country we don't pay attention to this industry, that is why any about the about what come here no baby na
okay all right
times are changing, so we have to change too.
Okay. Benfo, Honorable Deputy Minister, Medasi, you basically are saying we can be assured that you didn't come away to na range na studio na you betting about church and you need for Atasia. Me appreciate my time we Madam Papa and Benfo. Okay. All right. So Rexoma, Nyumtuni, and Kani, where you teaching ni ma Ghana Music Rights Organization GAMRO, and Oti Honorable Deputy Minister for Tourism, Art and Culture, Ramako Krikumante. Studio no hanum say mpeni for chance we meet in community. Councillor Lucho to hanum saying Tile Kwe ni power ha, another Samuel Bedu, so Kate Safo, Dennis Terry Alpha Kwaba Group and Christianes. Councillor, so wait ye and Komoy. Lord come here born Nino. Wakasaye investment once them infrastructure resources policies MPP are buying then we also play the voice of Jifago Mashi, that's member of Parliament Cape South and former deputy minister for tourism, art and culture. Ninsemo kan about data policy makers in data then yedi couple tourism from creative art and culture yedi umunyina abomu intervention from Mpinfomi and Rexoma and the Deputy Minister for Tourism, Art and Culture. Meet you, Councillor.
Infrastructure and cry then. Maybe sir, because constantly no sir infrastructure no. Sir, as a civil
infrastructure bro full. Ujiwa usi busano na me pese mu se
meze o chire mi we abubu mba batwi mam pese me tia
ba uti brofo pa ante
nyama na betwi ba me titwi
yes
me kan no
anti infrastructure de ba gan mu a eternity
kwa zifa don't mind me sikra because because say infrastructure uti be bi na ati infrastructure na say abo gable ya twi ahoma ye beti foundation ana ya members ya bobo tab obi a be kata ho ana se wo ba we in the world no more computer or we social media world no more infrastructure ni ye build it is all build the software. So they be ampanyifo kasane say infrastructure na mpese bi hu sa conversation say Lord comedian no okay say na ko fa asem ne ba say infrastructure no na say na yen creative art for title no infrastructure no ti baby e wo nyomo si bi amaya na that kind of conversation there but infrastructure say si dan bi e bi so amaya ya Lord come in come odi ye no ono fi aban mu oye ofi abankesiem na oka enti di oka no ebia de we ni sunu ediko dae mu onu no nim infrastructure na ye ka no enu be one me be say me de ye maami gomashi ye ebom ye nunu
meet you
say aban etumia aye infrastructure e di policies aba ama wa se na o chese wa ye dia na chese eye no kra se data na ehia sisi aba bia hospital so ba bia akoji ade obi apɛ data nti data na sisi ade adani so aye no entu ko ba bia obi aye POW obi aye CS obi aye data yet ase. But if the government has done anything to say me the deputy minister Bemudia, it means the data we are talking about they have it. That's where I'm coming from. Say infrastructure no me tiase. And at the year Lord come can yes aban ye. And at the deputy minister can say sia say ampo de oba be cheche mu be bira na say ampa say data na ye building policies. Ye di building infrastructure. Ye who the input why government should invest then say data no ho. Na say wo ho dia na say e no kure say Mami Gomashi, Honorable Gomashi, oni abem enti onim. Because see, or your industry player, or your policy maker, that's or your MP, but oni abem.
On your policy, or yamra.
Ose?
Or yamra anyway.
Or yamra. A policy name camera home. Thank you for the correction. And you don't can't buy home, but onu nimu say ye data. ne atimi de build bibi ɛna mpanyinfoɔ mmiɛnsa yi nso efi aban mu ɔmo so nkɔmɔ ɔmo di yɛ no ɔmo so kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo ayɛ bibi na sɛ data no wɔ hɔ eti sɛ yɛn yɛ wɔ industry na nokura yɛn hu bibi amba deɛ na kyerɛ sɛ data na yɛ de mu ɔmo na nyɛ accurate that's where I'm coming from na sɛ yɛn mu ɔmo accurate data eti ɔmo hu yɛ input from the GDP ɛsɛ nansi yɛ kɔ yɛ and that is what we are saying said I'm ending with the separation. Yeah, share the acquire or Kwame Nkrumah Museum and saying renovation and redevelopment.
Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park.
Memorial Park. Here, Deputy Minister of Tourism, Mark Okukumante say, Sika di babe maya and yes kaketwa. Crowd will check calculation be actually a week, sky in yae. And they say, not just say, Hono, all cut data sema, and output a feed dime back home ye more, and easy. What does it? Okay. No, Kurana Ambassador can say yes, separated the Amazon support. Okay. Because it's true, say, even though they feed each other, the concentration is like the tourism is big and the creative arts is hiding under it. Okay. So when the separation comes, Obiabe when the bobre, maybe as our data now you can encoyer tourism data. Okay. But Ebeka koye creative art data. Na say ye CBBA maya, ye hunsa ampa, ye betumi de hun fa swaba. But only a debate here, Miss Srow, member so with pictures and commission.
That's it. That's Christian's microphone. I mean to you. Maybe I'm coming to see Ghana Music Awards UK nominees announcement and paid for me in Akasa. Ababe and Comodie. And Comodie, we know. Just happen now, Binyan.
Mammy found to Jackra. You are Rexoma, and Deputy Minister, you are Mark or Moclash, no? We may want to sponsor. Some of us are ready to sponsor. Because it will be a very beautiful discussion.
There's a Rexoma to the canyon. Was you or to a challenge?
Some Mark lady can request here.
So, Deputy Minister, Mom, not to the
request here. Or say, or person meeting Rexoma 1-on-1. Now on channel there, NDC, yeah, and on some channel the MPP so why. This opportunity to make money in Pagana for home. Because Ghanaians, both home and the diaspora, we are interested in this. Okay. The message is done so Father Dixon on my UTV. Now can transmit this particular program live.
Only if there's a title sponsor.
It is a clash of the titans.
Kwesi Kwasu meet you. Yeah.
Kwesi, when it comes to data and someone, and I'm happy from where Councillor Lutrot picking conversation from. Yeah, because you take data on someone between because over the years, Mekaisa when Dana Hobson was the president of Musica, I remember saying so you have Dennis support to build a data center for Musica.
That's a Denmark Abine. Okay.
Emmanuel, no, to build a data center for Musica. Until about home or say about builders, remember say I want to talk computers. That I'm the original chairman. You want to talk computers. SEC a home for the people. Omo employ workers. Cry say I work on data. I know and then question me cash say Oboso be a president. Because I think that the 2 million Sasikano, I think a part of it was also on this same data any research here for the creative art industry. I know quite come KPMG for crown.
Oh, it's for music industry.
For the music industry. And it's a boom.
Yeah.
Enti come here say me trust dia ya ma me dan na ye ene dia obo so eye no. Eye bibia ye betumi ahunu ne value na ehunu say ye wo bibi sa da hold man na say eye bibia ye ignore sa de omo eye ni na set up a machinery to build a data for the music industry. Data no so kwa so na ye kan wasem no fan say be music from kwana I try say ombo modie. But from the conversation no, then it means that as I see what the movie industry and so almost data and what they almost so here. I see it to me who know other all the various genres ni na. Yeah, as I see it to me who na Facebook writers mo na dadi na yetumi hunu omo so the data then you betumi aba into a conclusion say now no we have a whole complete data of the entire creative art industry. May I sure say sound common may I sure say that is the point ya maami Jifa Gomashi point no and watch that bigger for instance data of the creative art industry, not in the mushroom nketen na ye no, because ye nketen no na afano susu de enye computer still ye da ho jira be gina na so sa ana mimi hunu say we need to as I say you grow conversation no to that level, because matia obia ka data obia ka research, but so far no obia to me for document ma say okay yeah to capture this sector and I say yeah to capture na data no kwa de ye pena e bia ye dia ye ni eni sunsanso a e de bebre ni so yeah the data ne ba na be ma ye royalty akwani ma I'm so for it
me that say
yeah the be ba na say government be ma sika in me de ye adwuma ama ye so to me produce me de produce atwitwa sane akese a why not pa de akokotoko ne be bo na bro
me that say so get microphone na me tie enkomo yi wadwenche
Kasi mebo mpenifo mienu na omo kasae no abaso se nia omo kan eni nyina no e kire wo se omo nimude na omo nim nia omo kan honorable Jifa Gomashi ebo data ne so no o kire mu ne ntira o kan about data o kire se owo parliament and technicalities bi wo ha utimi hu se data no hu hia kwesi na me wo commission on culture me tu ho anamon ne ntira me tu ho anamon me set up a system to collect the data no came out of attempt me say menya investors to work on the theaters na I got 6 ni nyina na yetena ase ne yedi nkomo na they call for data no nye but one be nipa dodo ko ewo industry nim every sector nipa dodo ko ewo mu revenue a omu generate sa niam ni nyina no forms part of the data no enti ye di hu komo na no bon so obi aba na ese otwetwe ne ho because there's nothing there to show now ye tu hu na mo no ni ebesisi eno so eketele kakra but the system is still there for it. Inti me de me feel say it's something that the industry needs. Many abemu na me feel say me tinso a ubonsi ase na ban first kan shemu ban first kan shemu kwesi ukomu anu sa ban sika no ye mfa nhihye ne memu sabi without your friend is saying technicalities bi wo ho a eno etimi boa me discuss hihye ne memu without it ubeya ya wanhwe ya obeko jail officer na say director na wo na obeye sa ne ma no wanhwe obeko jail yetimeti and me tie program bi yes and finance minister ediska bi akoye bibi na ye twe no but sometimes no yentu ye boase ya yennim no yensua kakra yesua nso ane mfanya adwuma. It is not out of nothing try ye bisa data ne ne ma no me nua Rexoma me di ne ho ya kakra kwesi me di Rexoma ho ya kakra because ensem na ye ka no ofre no ono edebe politics when we are talking industry challenges utie na or starting they started firing the government and ohun hwe kwesi ni asabi wakata neni no
ohun hwe no na politics
yeah but obi a wakata neni no untimi misa ne say kwesi abuaje atare o hye ye kola ben wa hye da kata neni obeka che o so ohun enti no eyade ba ko na was expecting him to come. Meanwhile this same Rexoma also ohun hwe honorable Okrekumantie kasa no you free so very fair bibi ukaya. When we were talking about your friend is saying how do you call this thing, the same login honorable Okrekumantie edi achira last minute of friend no e dey no be kan radio so or see sa meeting final meeting no mo ko ama yedi ade no aye adwuma no wanko e dey anti a o se okwa e be ye credit ama MPP government into wanko okan wo radio so the same person no ade na e ba be boa creative industry na or no gamro head ade na e ba be boa o se okwa e be ye credit ama MPP government because he have a elections or no and no kind of radio so.
Mante.
Was it one auntie?
Yeah.
Me say or kind of radio so.
Okay.
The same person. Was it one auntie technical Matiwas here?
And you're technical, so don't create any impression.
Oh, okay. But he said it. Honorable Krukumante we free so very fair no. The same person. Because see a ban of CNCH ministry no more. A ban of CNCH ministry no more. I will say Yenyanim Bebre no call for it. But again, technically, the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture is one of the best things I can say NDC government, the creative industry. Combining Niamano, Unim Senia, tourism, etie. Tourism, no, and ye tourism is not something you can. Tourism is all about human beings who are moving from one place to the other to go and consume something. What are they consuming? Your health tourism, your religious tourism. Omo Egypt in Israel in
pilgrimage,
air tourism. They are all tourists. They classify them under tourists. Now, Obi Bagana, so abe visit your forts and castles. They are all under tourism. But when they come, that is where what arts nimuno. So creative bibi momu consume. And no, it's about your what industry nimu. And right program I call questionnaires nimu call fine. Whatever will come out of it, a better benefit, okay.
No, just wrap up. That's what I'm just saying.
And your industry, you create enabling environment to bring or drive tourists here. And no, niaka no yen. Your industry, you create events. Will be consume musicians. Say na munsu be organizing mo. Munsu be timia Rexoma or no. Anyway, me will have semika. Is it not? Anyway, sorry.
Dennis, microphone. Now, so far conversation. Maybe I can crowd back. I mean to you, Dennis.
Interesting conversation. But I'll be honest with you. I will say to you, the world we live in, everything is being backed by data. You need data to be able to, improve your infrastructure. You need data to even if we want to know who is who, what needs to be done, whether you need to build a big entertainment center, whatever it may be. Everything now is backed by data.
Yeah.
So I think the calling for data is key. We have to be able to do that.
Okay. So many Dennis on come be a BDT for about Ghana music. No, sorry, Ghana Party in the Park, UK. I'm sure just about 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, many didn't come over via phone. And our studio, I said we'll try and get some update from him. But Arnold, microphone, I mean to you. I am coming. What TBA come on? What didn't you?
Boss.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I come Ghana in the park conversation. So
I know when it comes to these things, now.
Because first off, my member Honorable Jifago Mashiabaso and Lord Comey, some show up, especially for Lord. Me entire whole Lord Comey at such event. So for him to take time off in a busy schedule to actually come to such an event and speak on Mebona Basopa on Guswa onye nisa pepe. How our organizers no power to come and grace the occasion. I don't know how they did it, but Mebona Baso. And then see so when you have two stalwarts from both divides. Our formal speech. Now, Safo yaso na engineers are moving. Yamisha. Na, utie respective speeches on my but I say about your policies, initiatives, infrastructure. But I also say, you decouple tourism from the creative industry. Na fixation on tourism way be dodo. Boss, you know, kasa nkwan no mo kasa ho. Ya bre kasa no. Na kakra meka ho ne say Lord Comey is right when he talks about the fact say wa be kasa ban na hwe pa de for the industry ni de na oboa. The point is o compare niema o maye to promises omo cancel me no dia woefully inadequate. But under no circumstance should anybody say abano nya hwe eno de nya no kre. Promises no mo de yen say si form ɛne deɛ wo ɛne deɛ woyɛ ho hwee nyɛ aha na honorable Jifa sɛ mam bɛba radio so abɛka meaning sɛ mind game deɛ radio no deɛ ɛne deɛ bɛka twum mu tan a ɛbɛka nti mind games ne deɛ ɛmfa honorable sɛ the fixation on tourism no must stop and she said it with so much vim. Now I'm here sitting here and I'm wondering, say, during her time, initiative then pan or more yeah to show say you per se decouple tourism from the creative industry. See, the thing is, you've been there before. Oh, in Tianka, okay, you know, so during my tenure, we made these moves. We engineered this directive to ensure say that the decoupling would suffice. You ain't see. I'm on podium and speaking with so much vim. Say it must stop. Yes, I you get me one so you had opportunity. You had the leverage, the mileage, but you ain't see. And the couple. So I say me I can't say the concentration on tourism also. But you people had the opportunity to effect changes. Mine effected. Now I be kind ho and I yin na edede no we so some am married so meka. This am yedin.
Say ben say radio suka sa na ha no.
Me one. One senior. You got the opportunity. Hwe see. Afi so say meka wan sem. This am yedin. See our boss catch him in the mean.
Oh, so you say, I know, so you say, young can say, Santi. You ever can there, say, Anthony, I can't be.
Oh, it's an anafi, my some way.
Omnum de bio, tourism, art and culture. Become omnum de batch is NDC, so my best.
What I say?
Maybe I'll catch it on my opinion that Mahama said, Charlie, this thing that you've done is no good. Yes,
but see, media, what is wrong with it? Nyame can say, unim senia adeni ye juma. Tourism,
what is wrong with it is what occurring. I say there's over concentration.
Over concentration in what aspects?
Tourism.
See, omo juma eso omo ye ne say, omo be twi nipa ba. To say beyond the return is a campaign.
No, kind of they debatable. So at the hope we
see at the hope
we can't over concentration. So
baby a problem no one no.
Oh, Kodami and San or see we no they be a way now.
See me patcho one tourism.
Oh, crowd me by betrimenti as an ordinary kind of.
But me chire bibi mu kakra patcho one. A GTA omo tourism fund. Omo etimi dinya revenues be free ho. Now, omunya say sika na e de na so omode ye. E so omode promote sani abe a ahoho be ba hanse.
Waka save you so quick.
Ahoho ne ba.
Man no den
kasa na. Me why ye what arts ni mu na e design your programs.
Me on kasa ni on.
Cause me dey moving on na me my break sa political talk.
Yeah, design your programs near ti honi da bia ye esu a. What to
for microphone. Oh, it's okay. Maybe a question is maybe. You so many issues and come over Brazil. Yeah, and come over Brazil. Yeah.
And now, Kushi said a lot of attention is given to tourism than creative art. And it may I sure say even, and I'm happy say, Emma Mijifa Gomashina Kasa being a former minister, no, or was no Kureno say. Because say Obi or a minister at that point, catch us say. This is the reality. Me question is me to kwabenya de. Me dem kwa no me kwachi no.
Chili, mintio.
Okay, so no current a woman say data is very important. Every sector be even as a private business owner and as a young boy or social media crowd no. Everything we do is backed by data. We hear data na what say, you fire energy nguha, my fire energy nguha, you fast kansha, my fast kansha. Now me I think that's our conversation I have here we are with both Rexoma and Honorable and Jifa Gomashie, whoever has hit on data. No, my question is say if there's no data, on which basis we are going to invest in the arts, creative art side, no, and now on which build it theater, creative, then and I say even on which data and now basis in person for foreign investors. Oh, we use this budget for this conference out there. Foreign investors, the data ben out they come on if you don't have it, why are we doing the secondary when we don't have the primary? Because then you see data. But if clearly these two people are all saying there's no data, then why have we been investing in getting people to come when we don't even have the data to say this is the reason why you, a foreign investor, has to invest in the creative arts industry, or to say you, a local investor, or Ghana, have private man, this is the data we have, so we use it to invest in our country. And see, what is the problem? The basic thing, and I say build way no, then data pan no more you see. If they don't have it, then it means that could also attest to some of the problems for the industry. It means that we don't have data to even see where our problem is. Way they are solving. We just have, I'm sorry to say, I say we've been doing things haphazardly or according to our own whim.
Me da see till you query pa well, so you query na Ghana party in the park. UK ejumedi baso UK na opinion aye seen na so onini nuanom kabo mu yes ejumedi Dennis Terry we watching in studio no am say ye din komo be na atwimi no ase be miensani e mo kire ye bra na wo London UK abrochime mu say antimi amba so eni ma kwa akosi say we ye ba ba gi update kakra won hom say na ye wia ye de san komo we vrem na watwi mu nso no Bulldog a talent manager, artist manager. Aqua show and send you social media. No bo anyom to for bem send you R2Bs any a fiat nocturna. A come wasem. Near Bulldog can ye back in come with you for. Na ye via a fiat nocturna. Aba be manu muaye. In fact, what you something tin. But before Mesa Baden Sonia Babidin Komono, there's this young man who has come out with a very beautiful gospel song that you should watch out for. You should be looking out for. So I want you to take a listen. And you know you're that, Mammy who say you're there. And you're then so I catch him say kwesi and you know nyem there. Yenti.
We worship you, Lord, with songs from our lips, just to worship and glorify you. Hallelujah. Mema minsasu metu unyom Jesus. Me cried off for you, Peace FM.
name is Israel Ofori. And they will send a young here. That's a talent. Akasme Diono back on 9. Peace 1043 FM Sunye. That's Israel Ofori. And Newo. Send and you too. Let me hear. Let me have your comment, especially more social media. So no. Umami hu. I remember studio no I'm saying now. So good. I didn't have a point here, Obi.
Oh, by consensus, you
say
or no, Emma.
You don't do. You can't go.
Oh, me boy. Oh, yes, or no, yes, of war, Enna or no.
Okay, so mean you, Socrates.
Oh,
you see, no, go see.
Yeah.
Yet is a way the 104, and you met you, and you win. Why?
Ain't you, Socrates?
Go see. Okay, my mama say, Councillor, Money.
The moment here, they are thinking bad, but you are called Solomon, me boy.
Yeah.
And a Solomon, the emblems of suffering, ma.
Yeah.
Or we no cast vanity. Yes, you are we near vanity. And I make us say, we need the 120, and you are vanity.
Okay. I feel what is so. We say 104. I feel the all the biaka account.
And then we see, you come out. What? You can't find no can never got.
I meka. Now who nim no sesa wa no ade de be ye wo dem anti.
Socrates mpacho ebre.
Kwesi enyum ne de abrantie na aya de me bona baso.
Okay.
Meet you know instrumentation say or ne first eso enyum ne. Ana or
yeah. I think the first commercial.
Oh, okay. Me bona baso aya de onkoso no. I like it.
But I know pen also can with you ana.
Nya councillor kan ye no.
Ono abetima kan asem mpacho. Men ka say
who say na ono
kan. There be men ka say me say ono abetima kan asem.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. But me view ni to be honest with you, I think say the young guy no who share voice or this 30 and I think say the guy needs the support and
oh you're not listening to yourself, but you're talking like you're listening.
Councillor you.
Rabbit Stropper. I ran to so quick here on the Sunday Star. No?
Okay.
Honestly, I mean, as a minister of God, I will not place him on any platform when it comes to church. For performance and events, yes. But if he really wants to break through the church, this style is not okay.
But you only the host allow him to talk.
Because once a boy say you lazy and saying modulation, now instrumentation. So there's no ministration. But once you give yourself that cap, say I'm a gospel musician, we expect a ministration from your end. And for me, this is more like instrumentation. And because it has some resemblance to a particular song you have enjoyed before somewhere. So truly speaking, for me, where I sit, or per se, or break it through the ministration circle there, it should check this official one that he has brought. For me, it's not a song that moved me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tilly, I'm to you. Microphone, I'm to you.
You just said this is his first official commercial as a commercial song. I think it's perfect because me you know. as a kind of a certain sound. I mean, and I'm make us this. I say the sound as a template before worship be creatives need you see. It's not far if it's commercial purposes. Why are there? Because me say me tie and I'm a DJ na me bo anopa worship be in that level. It's easy to sleep need you say be shame. I don't really know whether the administration side na councillor can, but when it comes to the commercial side of the work, which I'm believing say and then so can a purpose of a creative one, then this it fits very well because it's not too far from Obia and Opasin and Meti worship no sa tones no the BPM ni na the same level nti so what to me boy sound that is any the 1 2 3 and the best part so forth and our faith and to me it's good commercial work why you pano
because take a seat in patch or not mean to Israel for
it's a good song. They kind much more or less like more instrumentation it dominate and you know more into my own say traditionally say artists here no more as I say or no ankasa your showmanship no must as I say to me demonstrate and also our new because voices here record no more. Voice is also as an instrument. I can. But when you have drum, guitar, all these ones no been too lifted up like that. But na voice na demo na say it me appreciate voice no. Connected to your personality no. E do be ya na na eyira. Inti me ubisa me I will have love say at least no normally be the guitar the rock playing we muna that day no because ya na eno no I say no comfort no more than minutes west na nkasa wo nwum na opasa project na woto no I'm sure say that eno na cancer cancer administration part no na yira no
there no will be a problem of mixing mixing problem
yes sometimes largely sometimes I'm sure say he has done his best. It's a very good promotional, it's a good song you promote to a year and sometimes no question and you might want to that so no it has different way that it connect to people. Obi owa then you talk about once na everybody flow with it. Obi so owa then you ba it take after 1 week unya proper meditation be na they dey now the them and now who took cancer say the way much regimen so unya within the space and I do be in some alphabet no na nyum way e shemu ho no meditate man I think so say you have a different plan.
All right. Yeah.
First of all, me Israel Abaso because it's been a long time coming. Yeah.
This is our Israel.
Yes. It's been a long time coming now. And you know, crowd doesn't do justice to Israel and the talent. The first time I saw Israel on stage, you know, no men of worship, na performing. Nah, I was blown away because now I saw a fucking guy be on now in Chenkeke. I didn't know, say, or talents are. Nah, seriously, and you know, doesn't do justice to the level of the range and the talent or one. Now, me born about to be brave. Say, we to me go through all the challenges officially. We releasing the first, you know, single. Na, and you know the Nick Kwanswa no, a tossum. But you know the interesting thing.
David,
I don't mean dispute with the councillor Eka. An opinion, and I based on the experience, no, any expertise in music in 1919 or the casa. But you know the interesting thing they say, and you know say, hey, tia. Oh yeah, why cry? Oh, I saw it down be mu cry no. Obey invited artists no. Members better. Reverend minister no better. It's all about say Israel and the team no be ejuma no on the ground. Once they do their work on the ground, then you no blow pay you no matter who your church is, no matter who the pastor is, a blow pay to penetrate into that church.
Yeah.
And you might say into me minister no. Bumu say man for better. Sorry me pepe. Until no dey a comment keke no wa pass. You understand? Until the work is on the ground. Do the work on the ground and let the penetration, you know, manifest itself. Big ups to Israel. Na support no. Now, I mean, I know who that guy is. Yes, regardless of all the.
Or the enviness the criticism. Who also what to know for years? I told you that.
Brad, now it means that when issues come, we raise our hands not to talk. We'll pass it on because if you critique a work and somebody says, you are not supporting.
No, but you are not so kind of.
That was what you said. One thing you can.
I never, man.
No, the concluding part. No.
So we support you, no.
No, be saying you support.
No, when you say you support, not deserve them in count.
Oh.
Critiquing the person
so
that you
that
support.
Interpretation, no.
Yes, that's my interpretation to that.
But I'm not sure. So that's what.
That's not what I meant.
So thank you for retracting.
Me retracting. If you remember, I was saying I will feel it.
Peace 1043 FM. So now I should go. And Pacho before minute then is being common. There's this video aqua viral. Na me pese me busa mo adwen check kakra. Minim se mahu a video no etie for nyumtuni kidi. Na ohwe video na kidi actually Asia Samira Baumia, the second lady, vice president who come for. Now, in the video, who say Ra David Donto eti echiho, and you see, I think Akofa and so teacher. So these two. Now, people have put interpretation on this particular video. Meaning, and the interpretation, a man phone cheche mo video no say, Kidi, ehu Samira Baumia. It's like one fe ni die obu ama openi David Donto. Entinka omfi no krank onchia no. So people are asking, udim David Donto, onchia, is this Samira Baumia pena no here? This is interpretation. I'm saying that this video is on social media. It's not me. This the interpretation people are. So we share video now. Who said, and the reason why people are putting this interpretation, bra kidi chia ba Samira no. And Samira buneni chia no say, who's the David Donto that you on? Chano. So that's the interpretation people are putting on the video. Say then I'm a former ba. Penny for na. Yeah, for Chile, I know you on social media pa. So the another means only another say another means Socrates no the another say Ajiegu kra. That is me.
Who say Kidi the second lady of Ghana.
And I don't know how people are able to watch. You know, when I saw the interpretation, you have to watch the video almost about 4 or 5 times for me to see that Samira was actually winking in a way.
So conversation where I will hope say nka ye be share link na yes we nya time I share because as I me who video ni say but me pay attention
it, you know, that's why that video is just all over the place
it is nka ye nya link na nka by the end of the show na ye this na fe ye hu ye so share sa tickets ne markets ni nya cause me can no crazy me can be say spa it will be very from an uninformed position actually
I don't hu ye ana we hu
yeah.
And interpretation, I don't know, say how me change because that's the me who you know. That's the interpretation.
No, that's the sana depiction, I say.
Yeah.
So like you said, Mr. Demi who you but me mom there, I was influenced by captions. Say about me, sorry,
Samira
and Yamano, the when they say on your world, and it's true.
Yeah.
I'm so born in say Charlie. When you get Sebia, just the communication. So. Or enter into their premises now. Second lady, and then David Donto her and Akofa so take the other side.
Yeah.
Into enter and I think that the first thing he did was to go and pay homage to Samira, and they kind of ignore other is not room and a woman born prepare into as an hoban also and I'll call chair David Donto and I'll call chair Akofa. So that's what I saw. Now, I didn't say. Me sure say a key default to some extent because usually when you enter into a room now who the high profile personality are, the inclination is to move to that high profile person first out of respect, and it is a conversation no caught in a certain light you may inadvertently forget more room on and yenina me sure say two yenina and now two or young on said that ni mama no and me to me debia so usually say me share me folks no me uncle say me I just go to whoever me name no then they will prompt me say no in China you need to do it from the left or from the right. They kind of man who say no so but Samira was smart. She could have maybe I could put me on Sony Simaka say kocha but no person obey embarrass kiddy and then give us the impression say Kidi made a mistake. So or they needed communicate it to Kidi, and Kidi too was very fast. And you be an communication because you move in your parents know any communicative eye contact.
Yeah.
No, but any pre.
Yeah.
Young ones they don't really get it. So
Yeah.
for Kidi to even get it
Yeah.
that fast, no,
Mm-hmm.
to actually do the right thing. Honestly, me born about so, but me blame any baby. So it was smart, and I like the way Donto any Akofanso embrace it, because they realize, say, listen, it's a AC.
But me misao because I don't know. I just picked in another and he said, "Ebi say, enka omo hwekra say these are two icons. These are huge.
Yeah.
Look at. I mean, Ghana had him saying na sebi you. Of course. Sometimes when him say, I don't know how to describe it. So maybe David Donto.
Yeah.
A huge figure when it comes to a movie industry.
Yeah.
Nyawaya Abua was sitting there. Akofa Ejeni was sitting there. So is it that Samira Baumia pe like if Bibi Kranka, he would have walked, yes, second lady, but these are also huge figures. So if you have walked into a room and Denzel Washington was sitting there, I say in Kobe ignore Denzel Washington. Anampo Idris Elba was sitting there. In Kobe ignore. No. These are the things people are. I mean,
in TSL we situate one way ni analogy ni. So entire room na Idris Elba, any Morgan Freeman, et hone Obama at Ewomwa.
Yeah.
Mako Obama first.
Okay.
Mako Obama first. Because I peg Obama ahead of these entertainers. Obama is let's say at the time I know president, the first gentleman of the world, not even America, the world. So my senses would have to move to Obama first. You get before I attend to Omo Kikahono. Number two, I understand what analysis now person. Say if I go into a room,
it's not my own.
Oh,
yeah, these are. But I brought in that one because I'm saying that these are conversations that's going in.
Yeah, me say, and also I say because say me go into a room now Morgan Freeman, any Denzel, even with Obama no crown. The level of respect and the Denzel ne Morgan no, probably at par with Obama, and you know the reason. The reason is say American industry no exalted the likes of Morgan and Denzel. Until when you meet them in a room and ask anywhere now, you are odd. Unlike you said now, the way you treat your legends no some kind way be. One, more prominence, more relevance no questionable. Almost like say munso nye. Until you get until you who in
any DNA or boy say the mom
no you get, but in that other jurisdiction, Morgan is well to do, or command respect, or command a lot of clout, or command you get say from Denzel. It's when I enter into that room, be beer to Mrs. But here no. How many times do you even exalt and celebrate David Donto? I cover with all the way some way. How many times do you even mention her? It's when I enter into the room at Samira room there, I will move to Samira first. So be unprompted me say, okay.
That's not, I mean, debatable.
That's,
I know crowd ain't debatable, but because nearby man come on by and okay. I'm sure Senka Kidi Echewie no and not call David Donto Hodma. I'm man for because we share from the video knows like or ignore. And had it not been intervention of Samira, that means that no just and no na man for dream bass I don't know yes sir. You understand?
Because me na make me a kid here. Ebianka minimum ebianka me share from wherever. But my concentration will be on Samira because Samira now at this particular moment will be to me be IBB mommy.
Okay, me say Dennis microphone.
This is like VAR in football. It's been brought to your attention.
Yeah.
So you're looking at it that way. I think Kidi himself actually went to greet. I didn't see enough movement from her to initiative that Kidi should go. I think he did it on his own accord.
Okay.
But if it's been brought to your attention, sometimes you look at it once, twice, and you're thinking, but not enough head movement from her to. I think I saw a hand movement, but a hand movement could say
from Samira.
Yeah, but I didn't see much on the head or eye movement. So I think Kitty did the right thing by going to greet him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kwesi, I don't know. Me name say we wana sisi bia wenya ashe video ni bia.
Kwesi, where them say you be here VR machine to actually.
And then they say this is VR.
We here VR in support pa because kwesi o share video ni ye pa. The kind of for me personal, you know.
I'm for a critical.
Enye mama no, enye a second lady.
Okay.
And a catcher kid is one coach here, David Donto.
Okay.
Debbie.
Okay.
Minye enye anyono. At one said the kind. One said sad dark shades no. Obi a wash dark bia. Ura a dambim. Who enter baby light wa. First of all, you get a bit blinded by a number around kakra. Oh, no correct. You get so the cancer the utanshia space, utanshia dark pa. Ura obi o share dark space bia no. Se ura environment then be my light na woman. First of all, nipa na meeting no hit your attention first. And sana any other person it takes like a minute or seconds before you get sense of awareness. Ebe hunu say baby awujire any nimpa left and right. It has happened to a lot of people. Obi kwa on ma also well home. Also, me so we use person about say you see things differently. There no cry woman say, Kiddy, why ignore David Donto? And why ignore Akofa? But no cry woman say, and then your mamma so and your first lady so and a catcher and say
second lady.
And your second lady and a catcher so uncle chia David Donto. O chia mamma no hagi no we no. So what you have video ni pa. Anna or balance because the body language, the left side of the tilted towards baby at David Donto, no alternate direct. So we have observations. No, if you are doing a clear security analysis part. So we have, serious security analysis part. Because we have shoulder now. Or share my man or no. David Donto baby, I know what no. Or facing it direct. Would I check it? Watch the video. Or facing my man direct. I want to see. And you know. At that moment, there was no way about to make say who said David Donto at my minute.
Okay, because
it's obvious.
It's
obvious.
So good. Wakasa now, yeah, me too.
Oh, Kwesi,
yes, sir.
Me who ye ne dear. Who say a second lady and a chair say uncle who.
Okay.
I say who will be. Enra ABC ye. Me call Venuno. Na mene Honorable Jifagumashi eti ho. And ye nua baako. Or ba. Onu hu me direct.
Okay.
Inti no hu mi na no ba me nchen na oba be chia me inti ye kasa all component me twen say inti odane ne no hu say honorable e no nso e chia no obi ti akire a obeka say bia wa sheda na si bibi no wan sheda inti saa na tie we say bia no we hu omu nyina but ono na dwen mu no the courtesy will first go on the second lady to finish with her. Then only kase wi ohun say bi omo kase wi no ansa na oko what ma say enti na nyese obi ni ka che se kokko kan bibi no ubo say na tension wo ho say obekọ ho enti owi ewe na no dane nani no ko enti eno die me hu bibia say bia say
kansa am ta hu kasa me boa tili wa kasa
ma fe me hu video no ma show video no producer da be kire me wow woman ne den saka ne ha say no of fixing the blazer minim say wa show video na sa no de to ne ha na o blinking ne na woman na o she lash o blinking a problem na kana for de kasa obi o she lash a blinking e de sa apeja ne blazer e no your communication a directive no it's not Kiddy first of all senka onim David Donto ne woman not tell her na even with that science woman new year sign point still concha cause onim mo it means that maybe video no like wakwachiere sometimes you meet somebody when in Nigeria you think say there'll be some pleasantries and niceties be then you continue from there. He was expecting that and happen and no free one or kochia the other people. There was no sign. A woman in lash blinking is not a code for anything.
Okay, bra. Bacho.
Me share eyelash into me name no your
Bra Bacho, all the analysis people are doing about we no am throw. So I was there. I was at the event. I was at the event.
At the event.
Now, second lady, women and children, African for women and children summit. Okay. Then he added a climate change now.
Okay.
So I had opportunity, and I was there as an invited guest.
Okay.
And I was sitting right behind the second lady.
Okay.
Now this is what happened. So second lady bar late.
But I mean, baby, obey they see whom.
Maze.
Baby, I bet you and video me who's out here.
Oh, would they tear me?
So this was it can't say as if say what you on but video
saying, oh, I'm saying that
me too, but make sure say
because some video no be na twa.
And now the second lady echi.
Hold on,
video now cover viral now.
Oh, then to team about tears here. Enti ba cho dia kan enya no kre. Dia ti ba asam se enya no kre say. Enti kid ba first. Ansa second lady ba. Enti David Donto like yen nyina yete ho enti obewura mbe chia yen enya ni di nkomo ni David Donto mu nyina ena ko tena ba bi o so tena.
Okay.
Enti second lady ba ye na a ye friend crofo amoma betena se no enya be friend David Donto ena akofa ena David Donto ni akofa ena Fred Amugi.
Okay.
Out of their regular place of sitting.
Okay.
And the holding room na ye one any omukogu to prep them. So on betna enim ho. What must say?
Yeah.
And ho. And by then na kid ya be chia David Donto dada. Ama ya din kobo. Many David Donto the thing. But don't think one me can say.
Me say because I say we crowd was
asem no. Okoshia David Donto.
Na me ba before asem but baby ama aye hu na ma me say. So we chia dada.
We chia dada.
We chia wo sa holding room here.
Okoshia David Donto ho na nya afi no we chia na we chia. No abe chia de din komo dada.
Okay.
Sa ultimate komo na say. No abe chia de din komo dada. And I watch video now constantly me say James Gardner. On point tama ye boy ni ye boy nyom.
Yeah.
Adina na eto nyom. And the second lady ni ye say like baby I'm tell me sorry because I mean James Gardner ka say second lady they call you.
Or winking say kona kosa.
But okay. Man sorry not the next person.
Which means upper winking.
No,
which means this one could be possible. Say was winking at kiddie.
No, so I'm saying say winking pan here can.
Obunani.
Amba ho. Number 2. Second lady constantly ye ba show na so be or record piano. Or tioka kra. What's your t-shirt?
Yeah.
And I say blazer.
Yeah.
And tioka kra or you say constantly.
Okay.
Me be you go be so what
touching the blazer.
Constantly. And it's an crazy kid here who pay for no enchia one. Me say na ye ni na di nkomo dada. And say be from call holding room for the next time maybe mama buy.
It's important say we so watch it.
Me wo ho. The last one na yesu an say who we are baby. Na mpanyifo old veterans whatever e wo ho. Now we share the second lady of the Republic of Ghana. Omo nyina ye nkoa wo ani so. Because you have to give honor to whom honor is due. No matter who David Donto is, Akofa is, whoever is there. I mean, the second lady was the highest among all of us.
Okay.
So the best was to go first and greet, and she was our host. On no host here, and she presenting with the host. But you see, say no castle gochiana. And no messi anya no kra no acha David Donto dada den ye say no enye obu no fama wo wa be chi omo nyina de omo be sere ansa na second lady eba enti anya no kra obu ka sa bi aboa
mo ama have video na ma so mu na mu twa bokidi no me sure say mo tie Councillor Lutrot enso de ni dia about say no wo honum say
I was there.
Okay me da se Councillor da se pa
Benji. Where the beat at? Where ya Benji? Peace FM.
Odi adomadi ani online you. Okay, so yeah, back studio movie. Near Babedin, come on. Ghana party in the park. What's the latest on it? Then it's Stereo Hour. Then I watch him so. And some Budo Cotrotro, yeah. Social media. So if you are so echo social media, Crona so Cotrotro and some Amanimuaye. The Babedi sound, come on. Benji. Me try to show to amenu be di odo. Lotto pa na okotwa na ne odo for di ene. Hey, asemo. Na when the share so crash eh sa de female artist na mo kika kan no. One pay o munya sa de no. Omu nyina ya artist. Monka male artist. When the say no classification just for clarity keke o. They classify mo na no nche say ba won pe ho. Yo yate. Ba say we bad there. Wendy, say we bad. Medasi Benji Medasi featuring Kofi B on it. My main brass studio move you now. Ye Nisa Ankomo Yanji latest on Ghana party in the park and feed Dennis. Dennis, I can't be on with you. So the last time you didn't come on was on phone, and I'm sure that time you were in London, where Ghana party in the park at that time had been postponed. What's the latest? Do you have a new date? How's it going?
Yes, we've managed to arrange for a new date. August the 12th, actually a week today.
Okay.
We've managed. The authorities have granted us permission to rearrange and host the event. So, we're expecting to kick off on the 12th of August.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. In terms of, Abem said the other time you didn't come on. One of the issues that came up was Omomato ticket. How did you handle that particular one? Muma Omo ticket and saying, and who has them to say?
Yeah, I mean, we had a policy. Our terms and condition is if the event takes place, you're not entitled to a refund. However, in this case, the event didn't take place for whatever the situation was. So we have to refund every single person that bought the ticket or has requested for a refund.
Okay.
We've had to do that.
Okay, I'm happy because the other day I think Secret was giving some bogus advice.
I took his advice. No, we've refunded.
No, you put you in trouble.
I know.
You know the jurisdiction now here, Jumano. Some people will play some mass action against you.
I know my right people. So no, we had to refund. You also got to remember a lot of people have different arrangements. You can't be advertising something for 6 to 8 months and then you change it and you're expecting everybody to have the same behavior. People will have different arrangements. People are on holidays. And, these things happen sometimes.
Okay, so this event is highly let's say it hinges on artists to come and perform. Artists now are they still in UK? Did you bring them back? I know I'm to saying
that's the biggest challenge. We actually brought everybody back except from RTBs. So all the artists are back here in Ghana and we're gonna transport them back to London again.
Wow.
We're going to we kept R2Bs in London because they had an assignment which we're gonna talk about later on. For Whiskey, but yes, everybody's back home here in Ghana, and hopefully in the next couple of days we transport them back again.
How many artists now are we talking about? Amodio buying?
Altogether 14 artists.
14
artists, but I was stand corrected to say 2 couldn't make it, which is Mr. Drew and
Last Minute. Okay,
but yeah, everybody else managed to make it and cooperated very well.
So let's say the number is maybe 12 now.
Yeah, 12 now.
And 12 no. R2Bs can now be 12 no.
Yes, we've had RTBs, correct.
Okay, so 11 of them must hand your back.
Correct, yes, they are back here.
In terms of the permits, because I know that when you are taking these artists to go and the embassies see them as they're going to work, or the commission, the UK High Commission will see them as Omukakoye Juma. So you need permit for them.
Correct.
I know to say, did you have permitter which is long enough duration, I bet me, or you not have to apply again? Send and also come out here.
No, that's a very good question you've asked. I'll be honest with you. One of the challenges when we're making a decision is when next this event could take place. Before we start doing the event, all these pins are in place based on the situation like this. And honestly with you, we're looking at next year as a rearranged date. However, the artist permits that we've got give them enough time to be able to return back. It's a multiple visa, and it also gives them enough time to return back and perform at one of our preferred dates, which is the 12th of August. So we were lucky on that side of fence. Very, very lucky.
Lucky you. So, Omwa, were you able to sell all tickets? And now still you have some tickets that you're inviting people. The new dates now, Bano, you're inviting them to still buy some tickets. Sanity.
As we've been talking about data, at the time, which is Friday when we called it off, we actually done 7,688 tickets.
Wow.
Which tells us naturally that we're heading towards.
What you say you've done? Is it
we've sold tickets?
Okay.
We're heading towards record figures, but sadly, I'll say to you, almost 50% now has been refunded.
Wow.
Back to people. Yes. But hopefully with the week.
So we're talking about maybe 4,000 of the.
Oh
tickets.
yes.
And the tickets, how much did it cost?
It ranges from £10 all the way to £40, and then the VIP tickets is £50. So yeah.
How was it? I mean, was it difficult, Senator, having to refund these monies that I don't know if some crowd, maybe you've started maybe using some of them. How was it?
Refunding is like you taking money out of your bank account and you're spending. Maybe you might not have it. One of the hardest things to do is just refund tickets, especially when you know that you have a chance of this event happening. It's not nice every day. You just seeing the numbers dropping, and sometimes it affects your mind as well. Should you still go ahead and do the event? But we had to do it. By law, you have to do it. The law is there, and the law says if the event is cancelled or postponed for whatever the reason may be, you should refund back the customer. And as we say, customer is always right, not entirely, but yes.
One people I'm worried about, and tell us how you handled that situation too. Food vendors. They will sell to patrons of the event. How did you handle it? Because I imagine some of them probably, as at the time our announcement in the bar, they had prepared food they want to sell and all that.
That was the most painful. I actually had tears in my ears when I was speaking to them, because I'd come out of the what we called safety advisory group meeting, and at this time I knew that there's no chance of the event happening, because we tried to do our best to keep the event on, but the reading that was coming is not even giving you a specific time you're expecting the wind. We know it's coming, we don't know what direction it's coming from, we only know the speed of the wind. However, because we don't know the particular time it's coming, whether it's going to come at 12 midnight, 8 a.m., whatever the time may be, but the time suggested that it's going to come between 1 and 3 o'clock on Saturday.
Okay.
By that time, we're full swing of the festival. So when we took the decision, I left the room and went into the field, called everybody around. It was around about 8:35, if I may be right with my timing. We still had daylight. UK summertime is 10 o'clock, you still got daylight. And I looked at each and every one of them, their eyes, and said, look, I'm sorry to bring this news to you, but we are fighting against the weather. A lot of the vendors, you also got to remember, they've already prepared their food, as you've mentioned. Some of them were even selling to staff members, subcontractors that were there. So that feeling was very, very hard. Maybe the big restaurants could handle this setback, but there's a lot of, I would say, pop-up caterers that have just prepared themselves for the day or prepared the whole week, and to see that amount of money going to a waste is difficult. They don't always have insurance as well. When I mean they don't have insurance like the main restaurant. Main restaurants would have a public liability insurance and all of those things. But somebody who's just doing it for a one-off, sometimes they don't get all the.
What sort of contract do you have with them? Is it that, for instance, okay, well, this one force majeure, so it was no fault of yours, maybe nature, because I am just said that, well, once maybe the event did not come, as you refund, you funded some of tickets, no, to a minimum. So, if you are cancel, you also pay. You bear some.
I mean, they have to take their own insurance, each individual insurance. One of the things we did, or we offered them, is like, look, if you're looking to come back, or you're able to come back, we'll give you a 50% based on what you've already paid us. It still doesn't solve anything for them because the preparation has already been done, and there they are with X amount of food or whatever they plan to sell. What are they going to do with it, you know? And it's a hard one.
I see.
But yeah,
I imagine. Yeah. So, how's the mood like? I mean, before you left London, I'm sure you're still following it up.
Yeah.
With the new date, saying a tier in terms of people who want to maybe turn up for the event or more took it. How's it like?
The community wants to support, but when you see almost 50% of ticket refunds, then you know that people, I won't say they're not happy, but then the new date doesn't suit them. We from our side, we were really ready for it this year, and our ticket sales proved, based on the feedback we had last year and the backlash we got, we were really ready for, to hit the, make everybody know, look, we've learned from our lessons. We made sure all the artists were in town early, so that people will know that they're in town. There's nobody saying last minute pay me 1 million in my account or whatever it is. So people will see that the artists are there. So that helped people buy tickets as well. However, a customer, I will say, a new date has come, doesn't suit me,
Cancelling it outrightly, like altogether this year, and with a new date, in terms of costs, for you as an organizer, which one works best for you?
It's for the event to still go ahead. If I look at my figures, if I look at what it involves in putting this event together, there's always going to be a cost. There's always going to be a debt as there is right now. How do you manage the debt? It's all about your business elements. How do you manage it? Now look at it. Which one is greater? Which one is less? And if I cancel it altogether, the greater loss is right up there. If I manage to reschedule and put it on, at least I may have something to fall back on.
Explain a bit, Chichimu Kakra, in terms of you cancelling it, the cost may be fine, going up and...
Yeah, I mean, the event is the live event. The event is already taking place. As you see, on a Friday, we were, I would say, 99% ready to go. At 8:30 in the evening, we've called the event off. The following morning at 8 o'clock, we have to be back there with gates open and expecting customers to coming in, expecting all the police forces to be in place, all the traffic management, the tube station staff or transport staff, everybody to be in place from 8 o'clock in the morning. So cancellation is what we didn't want to do. What we were hoping for was to have a better day, but it didn't happen. And I wouldn't say we cancelled. We just said, look, let's postpone it. Give us a day or two to come back. So it's more of a postponement so that we could be able to speak to the authorities again to see when is the next available date. Now, at this time, I'll be honest with you, I was very worried because we have a template of what needs to be done, what happens, and the possibility of a next date, which I was saying to you was more likely to be next year. Because it takes almost 6 months to replan again. However, goodwill came into our hands in terms of we were also willing to postpone the date and give it another day to reassess, and that's what we did.
Maybe two more questions now, Mama. My other panel members see. One has to do with gain. You have, when you put the food vendors, there are people technically sound, lighting, stage near home. How is that one to like? Are they meeting you halfway, or you have to? The event. How's it like?
They're not meeting us halfway. They don't have to by contract. This is business. They don't have to meet us out halfway. However, what I would say is that had the event happened straight away, maybe a day after or a week after, whereby everything infrastructure is in place, they were willing to, bypass. But whereby you've had to tear down and you're asking them to come back again, it's business, it's a contract. You really have to pay them. However, I would say one or two...
Double jeopardy.
Yes, double jeopardy. But one or two of them have given us a better payment plan.
Okay.
We still have to pay them, but they're just giving us a better payment plan to pay them instead of paying everything upfront, 100% upfront. So that's where we are, and it's down to negotiation. I remember a couple of last year you were saying, Akwesi was saying that, look, it's how you negotiate. It's the negotiation power. Right now, we were on the mercy of, look, the weather is come against us. Bear with us. This event has been going on for 18 years. We're not about to give up now. And a lot of the contractors, we've been working with them, so it's also a revenue for them as well.
Okay.
So we did discuss it, and then we're still here. We're still discussing with a few of them to make sure things happen for the 12th of August.
Mainyan Chase Ohanum say the postponement of the event came from the Met, right?
Correct.
Could you have done anything by that? What I mean is, to hell with your advice.
Yeah.
I still want to go ahead with my event because Skako Maboka. And if you have done that, could you have even been able to and what the repercussions and maybe the consequences of it and anything?
First of all, I wouldn't do that. I was strongly backed and advised by, I had a team of people with me, better experts, as you say, in the Met office.
Okay.
We had a local health and safety officer there. We had our own health and safety officer. We had the police there. We had a few other advisors there. And if you don't listen to what the experts are saying, you'll be foolish. No, we had to back the decision of them cancelling. You got to remember, I'm using the word if anything goes wrong, I'm liable to go to prison. It's not the Met officer. It's not the subcontractor. It's not the vendor who wants to, at any cost, let the event go ahead. It's if anything goes wrong, somebody turns up and a tree branch drops on them. If they want to sue, or they can. If people turn up and quote unquote sleep at a cheap station because there's a bad weather, I mean, people could go to the extent to make a case against you, and it only leads to one thing: imprisonment.
Yeah, I see.
And that's where your responsibility comes in. That's where you are the organizer. The sole responsibility lies with you. The experts will give you the advice and the guidelines to go with, but you also have to make sure you make the right decision. And the best call was to postpone.
But as it for so Dennis Terria of Aquaba Group near any Dean come on Hanum saying Mumfan Chen say yes, and Kono na brofo Efrafra because Dennis Ayana Chino, I be a Hanum saying Tina Moti said brofu any name muno. Ghana Party in the Park, one of the biggest event. In fact, arguably maybe find the biggest. Koso UK Abrochimemu. Afie die no. Do a breo mobile bay no. And a weather na war London UK. That's a sign. In fact, now from a wumupa and saying na weather na name from an no. Then ya dia omubitimi aye event no. Omutokosho no omoya because ne futu aba. From Met office in France, okay, meteorological agency to Ghana Hanum say no. Aba catch him say there be whether no say city no a outdoor event by that no abontin no mo event no. O he say nyam pharmacy wom na okwakoye saade we abontin. BBC a ni nyina gu tiri so. Wo ena edo ba kotum. Wo ena e betwe abo so. Enti e ba ne sa na so mutu kosheda. Sisi a edafo from the akwakoshe ne August bosumi ne de to so edumienu. Anot you are interested in Aquaba UK, so Misha say few so.
So the last time I discussed it, you know, sympathizer with Dennis and a group of guys some organize a concert when.
Yeah.
Nah, seriously, I don't think say any event organizer would want to be in his shoes, because the level of losses a dozen. Na question I'm person visa Dennis na say being motivated to actually do this, especially as this edition I walk through all the challenges. So what's the motivation? What is really pushing you to actually go ahead and do it again?
So I don't know, sir. Instead of saying me trim because baby do it. Look, let me refund the ticket. Now me apologize to patrons. Say due to these circumstances this year, we can't have the party in the park next year. But still, okay.
I feel I had a duty to look at the people that have invested, and I'm looking at sponsors that have backed us. You know, it's been very difficult trying to get corporate to support what we're doing. Let me mention some of them as Fidelity Bank, Exim Bank, World Remit, CBG Bank. You know, to get some of these people to support us, it's not been easy. And as you know, some of my partners here will tell you, getting sponsorship is one of the difficult things to do, and we managed to get the support from these bodies. I looked at that, and I look at it again. I'm bringing the finance and also the brand for the sake of the brand. You know, when COVID came, we all knew this is a national disaster. You know, we all had to stop. It made us think. However, with this, I felt that no, look, there's a chance if the time frame permits us, let's do it. And then also look at the figures as well, which plays a major part. We've been talking about data, and yes, I could cancel it altogether, but there's going to be a huge financial loss. There's going to be debts that need to be paid. I also need to be, quote unquote, you know what sponsors are like. They've not received their return of investment, so I need to be able to manage that as well. And that those are some of the hard decisions that have to be taken. And I feel that it's only right to, you know, put investment, try and retain some investment back, try and get the trust of the community as well to know, look, this brand has been here for such a long time. There's a scope in which we could do it. Let's do it. Now, had it been that we couldn't do it because there was a lot of factors that we had to put in place saying we cannot do it, then I know that, hands up, this is a loss. The event has to be postponed to next year, and still manage the debts that's still there, and still speak to vendors, still speak to the sponsors and everybody else. That will still have to go on. That wouldn't change. So why not still give it a go? Give it a try. Yeah.
Reasons in to assume pa na me mum de me bom pa yama ene o group no.
Much needed.
Ya me share mo pa na mo mamu ahonde no na mo fanye sa adwuma mo ye. But there's something in your submission that piquing me interest. Okasa nyina no, you are paying respect to investors. Be me de say Ghanaian artists no bet take a cue from the Woka CCA, because you are actually acknowledging the influence of the investment, any investors no in their way. Inti okasa mu nyina no still now no investor no any investments no the back of your mind. Some person be disappointed. Sa suban we no sanke yin na artists no any mu handle some followers yin na no was our mindset we are industry no be called be say ko. Nyami sha obebre no mama one na mo fan pursue the next edition.
Thank you.
Questioners, microphone and mean to you. Yes, you can use that. Young Kono, fast.
Because we the kind say pa within the last few months here we are in the media. Nipa bia na opesa obo empire man pa dia. Say obo empire de ma Uncle Dennis. Because the game baby ate enemy ankasa so UK na ye event ho na uhun se dia. That's as say ye go so aye kasa yi. Me say me teenager me hu se me teenager me hu how what you can still or Seniska. How what you would still I would hotel bills from live from Peace FM studios. and me catch him say the bill as cost no can was we are running it's over 200,000 pounds getting to close and yet 150,000 more than he's talking about 300,000 close to 300,000 pounds. That is the level of sika a car a better house to see from artists, hotel bills, sound, lighting, venue, security, vendors, and yes,
our biggest cost is road traffic management. Traffic management is our biggest cost. You know?
Okay, so break it down. Is it police for no security
police and everybody else. Basically, the Cockforces area, the local residents that live there, they've highlighted exactly 38 roads that needs to be closed and managed. When I mean closed and managed, has to make sure traffic is flowing regularly. You have bodies there, people there, from again 8 a.m. in the morning till about 10, 12 p.m. in the night, to make sure the local residents can move freely in and out. So we were operating like a football match.
We say show we say Mbewa Ghana. Yeah, block road by heart too. Yeah, we don't.
But the correct some tension go area baby. And there's no. Because we don't have a friend.
Kwanya de bia fa so kofie. U piano pa. Dennis u piano pa. O be nwure kofie be do oni a block kwan. Obi ye party adore.
Kwasi to boss na no say omo ye kwa ma na fe. Ye de bench kitwa bi na ye de to ni atro so no way.
No. I mean, look, it's a bit serious. We actually need permission to close the road off. We have to give residents, I think, 21 days notice prior to us closing off. Also we have to make sure that this permission is granted. So there was quite a lot involved. So
and we're
going to do all that all over again.
21 days
minimum.
Young Kruma.
Okay, wow.
Young Kruma. But kwasi na me to amasam so no.
Yeah, it
is. Papa ejuma ne wura and watching mu say the canon crown baby and a kese crown no. I mean, and kwasi in UK closing about all these roads and making sure say traffic systems in ejuma no. This is a private person going to ask government to give me this facility. And to say a higher which letter the police near here they are granting so now this a lot goes into it. Say no event no me huna that me share no upon me say papa you are the hard man on the street of Accra now. We are bear man kasapa because still no we're putting a demeanor together because we'll be pa and kasade we can share them.
Okay,
but I'm grateful for the help and the opportunity when you also need to the team I will be a general painting say event we must also come on. And
it's good you mentioned the team. I mean you get to know a lot from your team as well, and I've got to know a lot from some members of the team, the characters and how they've behaved. So that's key as well.
What do you mean?
Don't watch that. Don't watch
that. Does it mean that Asamubaye ebimu show character?
Like no, they've all been good. They've all been very supportive. They've all been. I would say that they've all been very good. But but it's true. It's true. Honestly,
Manti Dennis, Councillor, Mami Tio Kakra, Dennis, and Party in the Park.
Party in the Park. I think that we felt so bad when we sat here. We were speaking to you online. Now you been say, oh, na brand here the band there. Especially with the artists, say ABR, audio mobile back. By the way you said you brought them back and you're taking them again. Thank you very much for investing in the life of artists. And the artists will hear this. Artists now you want to muntie when I'm finding you now my swani a hand tiny doors. One better be anka said this industry yen support no be amboam. Obi na no call landing. Why did it 2 hours was 3 hours at the baby ajuju on was sand waba sambe fawako. Mfantu team. Eni futu.
Entide.
Dabe no futu.
Ejuma no sa na ehum rati.
Dabe baby amegina me kan say omuntie ne ye.
Na am say mra sa na tie.
What omuntie ne ye.
Yo mate.
Me dey see omate bra nti omate. Dey to so bio. Bruh, all along when they didn't come on, the only thing I'm seeing is that the human beings are very important to the people in UK than in because here then is in Komo dinner and your prisoner back on the hand. But we bet me soon. What I say? Hey, I'm ready by bedding. And yamba higher than your but the American say, we wish you all the best too. And I believe, sir, your investment will not go down the drain, but it's good that you have all these people supporting you, the weather and we here, the metro can speak, and
but you don't hear.
They can speak, and before we get to the event grounds, the place is flooded. It's strange, you see. I think the systems are working, and that's why you're very hopeful. And I even look at the return of the tickets. You are seeing it, that these people are going down, so and so is happening. I pray that God will give you grace and you finish this event and it will even be more successful than the other events that you'll be shocked that the postponement and a new date will bring back more than 70% of what you have lost. That's my wish for you. But the next thing is that you are keeping the record straight. That more system no, the annually no, more yeah. So more grace to your elbow. Now boys never come back no so. Most of them I'm just somebody scan so. As a same nasi.
Medasi cancer. Medasi. I mean you.
First of all, sorry because I said when the Bema ne nume do ha onoma etimi pusu ma wa hwa na ubu ahwe o ka say opie free dem na o su no me say rade. We are very, very sorry, but nonetheless, no, the time frame I'm more having to prepare for this show now, a postponing, you know. I mean, I'm sure, say with the time or in the investment of preparations are common. You gave your sponsors, you are very worried about, you know, a certain promises that you were certain that with the time and when you are preparing, no, can be deliver. Are they still with this short time now? Are they still going to get return on investment because you are keen on saying? Investors, I mean sponsors, they also have to get it. Is it not going to affect the quality of the production first? Because the time now has changed and it's shorter now. Also, how is this time going to help with the returns, which really can affect the future sponsorship?
Good question. I would say that already their investment is already being used and it's used wisely because, like you said, we've been doing this advertising this for the past 6 months. So in terms of mileage, they're still getting it. It's the activation that they need to do on the day is what we're trying to make sure it happens as well, to make sure that whatever they've invested or whatever we discuss and sign contract with is what we're delivering. Yes, numbers are going to be affected. We've made them aware that, look, it's a new date. One or two of the sponsors cannot even come back. However, we're still maintaining the advertisement as we've agreed with them. So these things do happen. What shows, even if we leave it to next year, the numbers might not even be less. We don't know. The knock-on effect from what happens this year, we also have to consider that. But the main thing is, look, we have them in mind. We've spoken to them. We've told them this is what the situation is, and we still want you to believe in the community and believe in what we are doing. And I'll be honest with you, except from 2, all of them are happy. 3 weeks or 4 weeks turnaround is short, but they accept that, and we're going ahead as planned.
How about the quality of the production?
Obviously, that would definitely because what we had planned previously is not the same. What we wanted to do is not the same. It's a different day. So myself and the production team, we are doing our best to make sure the level of our output is still good. I know that it's not going to be the same, but you know, we will try our best.
It's not going to be the same, better or under?
Oh, no, we never go under. Okay. We never go under. We always going to punch above.
Okay. All right. So it's okay.
There was a prediction or a forecast that the that day, wind was a storm.
It did happen.
Around what time?
It happened at various times. It happened at 1:13 a.m. Another one happened at 8:16 in the morning, okay. And then the 1:30 in the afternoon on the Saturday. So we've got all of those readings as well.
Oh, okay.
So for people, if anybody wants to see it, all of those readings are there.
Oh, okay.
But it did happen, and let's say it wasn't as bad as we expected.
Oh, okay.
However, precautions have to be taken.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's what
as bad as expected. More anka near sea, nka still no nka damage.
I mean, what was there? You can see. You see when it's an outdoor space. Every item we got there, whether it's a toilet, the toilet has a certain speed, wind limit that it can handle.
Every crisis
the stage, the marquees, every structure we have there has a certain speed.
Okay.
What was happening? None of the items will be able to meet that speed limit. Had it happened?
Oh, okay.
So that's what it was. Yeah.
As ebiato medamu.
Okay. All right, Dennis.
Yeah.
You are still here, but you have seen any other conversation be room. So that's Dennis Teria. Now they have a new date for a Ghana party in the park, UK. I'm sure say 12th of August. you get your ticket and still make sure say obeboa no akwa support to a event. So en koma yedi to aso yedi room no efa nsem bia Bulldog talent manager akwa social media. Me ban ma ba bekin kamam na nyuntufo ana nyumtuni ni ba ko a wobo ni din was asemi otro ye enso di mu bia ba na yetie no mibo.
This dial is hot. Stay tuned.
Best radio.
News on your number one station.
It's the weekend. Let the good vibes take over. Only on your favorite station.
With your favorite station. Digital and on your smartphone. Your radio is hot.
What trying to jump on the other fucking entertainment review. And then it's over to some entertainment. I've been another entertainment review. President Obama for Tennessee. Entertainment review. Entertainment review. Now I'm on the fans.
Akasma be doing siana no mabo so and someone Bulldog of Bull House Entertainment cultural talent manager was say so R2Bs and Efia will smoke, drink and chill with Wizkid anytime he's in Ghana, but can't join him on international stages and showcase their talent to the world. Again, Ghana missed out on national duties at the 62,850 capacity Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London yesterday. What is wrong with us? I know the Wizkid Infoni and who is that? Okay, well, Infoni be Ekaho, Wizkid Infoni. Bulldog Asema or can say into R2Bs. Any Efia say almost Shodia. Ebano say yen smoku. Yan drinki ana ya no monsa na yan chile mbomu dia eni omutimi enya Wizkid no mo no ene chile wo mo ni smoku wo mo no enso no monsa bom anytime bia Wizkid beba Ghana hanum sei no saade mi ensen oni omo a no mo nam te se wo mo hwibom but eba ne se Wizkid kwa perform international stages no so dia eno de sa anyomtufo R2Bs ene efia womo ni Wizkid ebe smoke together, they will drink together, they will chill together no dear who say omu gina stage no so na anu ya no ewo Tottenham Hotspur Stadium efa nipa be ko be ye empemedu watwe no the watch 80,000 oh dear na 62,850 nipe omo nyina kwa akobọ ehia anka ohwe se nke obehu se R2Bs ana efia wo mu gine mu bia anka wo ne akoya de bia mo ne hye mo ne no nsabom mo ne no chese mo chele na wo mu ehu no de chese na ko se odwene ho a wonte ase ena efia and so by social media, Twitter, no between TV Bray. Was it darlings? There have been some statements circulating. I would like to take this opportunity to address these misconceptions and shed light on the truth. Just say me who say nyama bi ni nam wiem but person me trenti nyama na ensem ne bia ba beto mu trim no me trenti ni nyina. First and foremost, it is important to clarify that I have the utmost respect for Wizkid and his incredible talent. We share a mutual admiration for each other's work, which has led to our friendship and collaboration. However, it is crucial to understand that being an artist goes beyond just the public appearance and social event. Wasi abani obuo pa ni dia. Mo bi ma Wizkid pa. Sanso na Wizkid nso obuo ni die edema me efia Nocturnal. Ebani ye dwuma ye ya. Eni bibie mu. Wono obuo ma me. Ena menso mi obuo ma no papa. Eye Wizkid asem no okay. Na say yetimi ti enema bi ase. Eba no say e bi anwomtuni ana artist. any niyama yehu in terms of public appearance ni social events no enya yehu a yedi ani hu ni nyina no enyama bebre wo hono a ekoso a ebi hono a ebi ameno mienu yehu yente sa na fia pese oche. When it comes to performing on big stages, there are various factors involved that people may not be aware of. Scheduling conflicts, prior commitments, and logistical constraints sometimes make it challenging to accompany Wizkid on every single performance. It doesn't diminish my dedication or the fact that I have also played on countless international stages. Well, say, Omo Busa said, Wizkid crack or perform on international stages is not say, Bia, or no, if ya, woman who will honor see a baby and common. Or say, be a time cry na Wizkid crack or perform no, be a sad time no, men so if ya. Me wa shadow ana me obi bia me ye ne no enko ana ne no chese emwa me eba ne saa mi ntimi nko ana bi kura na me akura no ma me hihye bi dada ena Wizkid ade abebom ana mpo no logistical constraint chese enyama bi hon ma bi a akade bi a me hia ebetima ba se show yi kura no ebi omunya saa nyama ne mame entimi enya ade a eba ne saa bia behu se me ne Wizkid ejina stage so a ye perform enti wehu se bia uhu mi ni Wizkid a enye no ene ya asem. After all onu so efia no me efia me nso megina international stages a perform bebre enti munhye ne nso. As an artist, I have a multifaceted career that encompasses my own music project and obligations. While I value my friendship and artist connection with Wizkid, I also have my own aspirations and commitment in the music industry. It is essential to strike a balance and prioritize professional growth and individual endeavors. Enti ono as onyomtunino, yes, onyama bebre, onya just say otimi nyama bebre as onyomtuni. And the sanyama we nyina no any project any obligations be awon eso timi atutu ni nyante to de bia wan hwi a ode obehu ba unim so anyama bi hia oni aye Wizkid anyonkofo edom ntem no wono de wodaso a se nani so aye sa anyonkofo eda oni Wizkid aye ntem but so timi strike a balance between onwa so no nsese niam opeso ye enye nia Wizkid ebi ebe diet ana Wizkid yesi no efia ono so asonyumtuni na ono awon nhihye ene niama ebi opeso ye betumi aboa ma ono so etimi gyan na nso. I want to emphasize that I always strive to give my best in everything I do, whether it is performing on an international stage or collaborating with fellow artists. My commitment to delivering quality music and unforgettable experiences remains unwavering. Chese ono efia no woka emaya tibium se bibia wo pese wo ye no o make sure say wonye no biara kekekwa. He strive to make sure say the best is what comes out of it. Inti bia wo de wo hwenim Wizkid international stage inti on jump on it or see there be. It is disheartening to be ridiculed based on misunderstandings and assumptions. Oti baby unim asem no umusemu wa wo asumu wa nkasa wonti ase bia enye saa na asem ne tie no afa na udi ne ho few se eba ne hye eba no ensanom dia no di Wizkid echi be eba ne show su dia uhunu. I hope this thread provides clarity and sheds light on the